for every Filipino fan. There's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code and type "Get Started" to proceed.
Good evening, PBA fans. It's Carla Lizardo Sulit, ang inyong makakakwentuhan dito sa ating live chat party for Season 50 of the Commissioner's Cup here on our One Sports YouTube channel presented by TapTap. With the series now down to a virtual best of 3, TNT and Ginebra are fighting for a 3-2 lead and move closer to the title here in this pivotal game number 5 of the PBA Season 50 Commissioner's Cup Finals this Independence Day. Happy Independence Day sa lahat ng nakatutok dito sa ating live chat party. Of course, in game number 4, TNT was able to even out the series 2-all after a 106-98 win over Barangay Ginebra in that game. Throughout the series, 3 out of the 4 games were decided by 8 points or less, and it really has been a series of big runs, laging naghahabulan, especially in the fourth quarter, dumidikit ang laban, and it's really anybody's game. Both these teams playing excellent basketball dito sa ating final series of Season 50 ng ating Commissioner's Cup. So let's check out the stats from game number 4. Saan nga ba nakuha ng TNT ang panalo in that game? They out-rebounded Barangay Ginebra 47-31. They hit 11 out of 29 three-pointers kontra sa 5 out of 21 nitong Barangay Ginebra. And their bench players also delivered 41 against 24 from the bench para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. And the key players for that game para dito sa TNT, the best player of that game was Jordan Heading, who set the tone for TNT as they evened things out against Ginebra. He had 29 points, 18 big points in the first half alone, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, hitting 5 out of 7 from the three-point area. Now let's hear from Coach Shot Reyes about his thoughts during that Game 4 win.
Coach, talk about yung pag-step up ni Jordan Heading on offense and your team limiting Ginebra to a field goal during one stretch of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think that's the key was our defense. Jordan had a good shooting night, and he really kept us in the ball game in the first half when McCullough was struggling. But I think the combination of Jordan's shooting and the scoring of the other players outside of McCullough with our defense kept us in the ball game, gave us a chance to pull it off in the end.
In the post-game press conference, Coach Shot Reyes really gave credit to that offensive explosion ni Jordan Heading in that game to allow them to get the win, but also credited the excellent defense of TNT in that matchup. Now, another player that really stood out was Chris McCullough, who came alive in the fourth quarter to help power TNT to that critical win. He had 24 points, 13 in the fourth quarter. Slow start for him, pero bumawi siya in the end game. He had 14 rebounds and 5 assists. Another player that also had super efficient minutes was the Blur, Jason Castro, who made the most out of his surprise start in game number 4 for TNT. Let's check out his final stats. Games 1 to 3 kontra sa game 4. Games 1 to 3, he was averaging 7 points, 3 out of 6 field goals, 33 minutes. In game 4, he had 14 points, 5 out of 8 from the field in 24 minutes. So that was an excellent and efficient game para dito kay Jason Castro. Ngayon, alam kong ang daming nakatutok from all around the world. Thank you for watching the PBA Finals here on our One Sports YouTube channel. Sa mga nanonood na fans from abroad, kung kailangan nyo magpadala ng pera sa Pilipinas, go ahead and check out TapTap Send. Para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padala to the Philippines, go ahead and download TapTap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. And for the latest in the world of sports, please don't forget to follow One Sports on YouTube, Facebook, X, Reddit, Instagram, and on TikTok. We'll be right back.
every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code then type "Get started" to proceed.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code then type "Get started" to proceed.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code then type "Get started" to proceed.
Again, everyone, and welcome back to our live chat party dito sa ating One Sports YouTube channel presented by TapTap. Pag-usapan naman natin ang key players ng Barangay Ginebra. On the night he was named Best Import, Justin Brownlee did it all but could not lead Ginebra to that victory in game number 4. He had 32 points, 14 in the fourth quarter, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And of course, RJ Abarrientos also took home his first ever Best Player of the Conference award. And unfortunately, that game ended in a loss para dito sa Barangay Ginebra, but he put up his usual numbers for the team. 21 points, 17 in the first half, 8 out of 14 from the field, and 4 assists. Now we heard from RJ Abarrientos about his award and that game after the game.
Wala medyo inaay ko yung finals ngayon. So, we just really need to focus as a team. So, yung individual, darating naman yun. Nandiyan naman yun palagi. Yeah, we need to bounce back. Kailangan na namin makabawi sa Game 5. Ganoon ulit, back to progress. Tingnan namin kung rin pwede na yung ma-adjust again. Medyo nag-slow down kami ng second half. Kami nila, JB, halos lahat naman kami. So, JB and lahat ng local. So, yun yung kailangan namin ma-realize and makita sa video kung ano yung pwede namin ma-improve as a team.
There you have it, sabi ni RJ after that Game 4 loss that their flat second half effort proved costly in that Game 4 loss that allowed TNT to even things out at 2-2 in this Commissioner's Cup final series. Now, since we have some time before the game starts, let's do some shout outs. Hi to Emma, shout out watching from Dubai, go Ginebra. Sabi naman ni Dennis, watching from Kuwait, go Ginebra, never say die. And we have Feo watching from Riyadh, go Ginebra. And alam ko marami nang nagpapa-shout out din sa ating live chat ngayon. Hi sa mga nanonood from Marikina. Meron rin tayong mga nanonood from Caloocan. Kung gusto niyo ng shoutout mamaya at the half, magkukwentuhan tayo dyan. Let me know your name and where you're watching from and I'll give you a shoutout later on. And meron rin tayong question for the day. Super simple. Which team will win game number 5, TNT or Barangay Ginebra? Let me know your thoughts about this matchup. It's going to be a good game once again, just like every other game in this final series. Now, before the game starts, reminding everyone to check out Tap Tap Send para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padala to the Philippines. Go ahead and download Tap Tap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. At para sa lahat ng mga sports fans, for the latest in the world of sports, please don't forget to follow One Sports on YouTube, Facebook, X, Reddit, Instagram, and on TikTok. Puntahan na natin ang Smart Araneta Coliseum for Game 5 of TNT kontra Barangay Ginebra.
6-14 in Game 7, just over 75%. So this will be very crucial and we can expect the players to go all out to be able to attain that win that will bring them closer to golden supremacy. Hello everybody. Tonight, here in game number 5, our team includes the doctor, Andy Howe is with us, and we have, of course, the point laureate, Ronnie Magsanok, right in the middle. What a great opportunity, along with Apple David, to do this important game, Dr. J.
Yeah, thank you very much. Seems like it's a little bit soft. Anyway.
Dinig kita, Doc.
Huh?
Dinig kita.
Oh, okay. Anyway, happy Independence Day, 130 years. Coach Ronnie, ang tawag ko sa kanya, poet laureate.
Oo naman.
Ayoko naman point laureate. Ako mahilig ako sa poetry.
Alam ko yun.
But anyway, we're expecting a good match here. As you mentioned, getting an advantage in a best of 3 here in this ball game will certainly give you great chances to win a championship. And alam ko, gutom na yung Barangay Ginebra because TNT has gotten the better of them in their last few meetings in the finals.
Absolutely. I'd like to thank Vidal Mangonan, our chief statistician, providing that important nugget of information that you also led me to, Dr. Jane. Ronnie Magsanok, good to have you here on the RPTV panel.
Likewise, sir. Likewise, Doc. Of course, these two teams will try to go one step over the other as they inch closer to a possible Game 7, so to speak, simply because the last time that these two teams met, it went 7 games and eventually Talk and Text prevailed in that matchup last season.
Time to break things down, and now Game 4, Dr. J, your assessment of the two teams which was won by TNT.
Yeah, well, the fourth game, Ginebra was controlling that ball game. They had 3 awards given them in that ball game, individual awards, but they did not win the biggest award, which was to win one more game to give them a 3-1 lead. But that ball game, if you look at the statistics, almost all of the crucial numbers belong to TNT, especially the 3-point shooting, the reserve, the bench points in that ball game, the assists and the rebounding. So, they really played well. They played with their hearts out. And obviously, we expect a bounce back here from Barangay Ginebra.
And one of the key players in that game was Jordan Heading. Jordan Heading with a spectacular performance. He had 29 points, Dr. J.
Spectacular indeed. We talk about Jordan Heading, who replicated his Game 6 performance versus Meralco when he had a magical 30-point game. Led TNT in terms of scoring. Likewise, was the best passer. Had 5 of the 11 made 3-point shots of TNT in that game 3, went 71% overall shooting from the 3-point area. Chasing his first title for this franchise, a double-blade sword for TNT in that contest because he hurt Ginebra from the long court, likewise from inside, and especially from the free throw line given that he's the top free throw shooter right now in the Commissioner's Cup.
Tsaka na, hindi kita nakikita lagi rito eh. Namimiss kita eh. Okay, si Makala naman ang pag-usapan. Ikaw na rin.
Pambihira yung kamada nitong si Simak na tinatawag. 13 of the 31 fourth quarter points poured in by si Macalo, a 2015 first-round pick by the Brooklyn Nets. He played 57 games for Brooklyn and Washington. 0 in the first quarter, 11 points from the second to the third quarters, but in the payoff quarter, able to keep in step with Justin Brownlee. And the key reason why he was able to bring his offense closer to the basket simply because of the execution done by Jason Castro to help out Chris Macalo be lethal in the fourth and final quarter.
And TNT got dividends from a lot of sources in that game. One from the veteran. Best game of Jason Castro. Limited minutes really, but 14 big points in game number 4.
Not a problem, always locked in as to what is needed by Coach Chot Reyes. 10 championships, 5-time Best Player awardee, 3-time Finals MVP, and there's a reason why he started. They needed execution, they needed direction. He provided it. Also put a lot of pressure on the defense of RJ Abarientos all match long. Talk about efficiency, super efficient in that Game 4 win. Likewise, was a key figure in that fourth quarter bold effort coming from TNT, Jason Castro. Second vintage in that fourth game performance.
See, I don't even know when you stop talking. You know, hindi ko pa nakuli ang rhythm mo. Siya ang point guard namin eh. But downstairs on the floor, manning the sidelines will be Apple David. Apple?
Happy Independence Day, gentlemen, and to everybody watching. In the games TNT won, they were able to show discipline and patience sa kanilang execution. Kahit paminsan, inaabot ng malas yung kanilang shooting, importante for Coach Chot Reyes is that they stick to what they intend to do and not veer away from the game plan, lalo na pagdating sa depensa. They want to keep the intensity high, force Ginebra to go one-on-one. Ayaw daw nilang makakita ng catch and shoot. At dagdag pa dyan, they want to make things uncomfortable for the Kings and force them to go to spots they don't usually like, gentlemen.
Okay, thank you very much, Apple David. And of course, when we talk about the other side, you begin with Justin Brownlee, Dr. J.
Yeah, ito naman Barangay Ginebra. It was obvious that Brownlee continues to suffer from that injury that he has had prior to the tournament. And in the second half, he wasn't really getting to the basket, but he still finished with good numbers simply because of his performance in the fourth quarter. He had 32 points on 59% shooting, 89% from the free throw, but 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He also had 2 4-point plays in the fourth quarter that got them back on track. So that gave them a little hope. This is JB. You know, the guy that we have really admired and is the standard of our of our American imports the last few years of the PBA.
That is so true. And of course, when you deal with Ginebra, one of the problems of Ginebra, of course, of teams playing Ginebra is RJ Abarientos. The only game when Abarientos did not score 20 points was in game number 3.
But they did win that ball game, paring Seb.
Yep.
No? And you can see him on the screens right now. He had 17 points in the first half in the last game. But the big factor is 4 points na lamang sa second half. He usually comes in and gives them big numbers in the fourth quarter. Kaya yung kanilang rally, kung kasama siya na uminit kasama ni Brownlee, baka abutan pa nila yun.
Oo.
But he did not contribute in that game number 4. No? And you can see, mababa ang kanyang field goal percentage, especially yung kanyang 3-point shooting. No?
Napakababa nga, 1 out of 3, 7 of 11 in the first half. Ang isa pang antabayanan natin at kailangan din pumutok para sa Ginebra, pag-uusapan natin naman ay si Scotty Thompson. Si Scotty Thompson dito sa tournament na ito. Noong last game, Dr. J, hindi masyadong gumawa masyado. Itong si Thompson, limited to 4 points.
Yeah, you know, another one of those games that he didn't really play well, got into foul trouble. Coming of game 3, partner, where he had a triple-double. You know, the last one was a 10th assist yata yung end game, no? Yung pumasa siya sa corner. But still, it's a triple-double for a local player in this kind of a tournament. So, when he went down to only 4 points in game number 4 with 5 rebounds and only 3 assists, medyo mababa yun because he got into foul trouble and had to sit on the bench.
Okay, we now have a chance to still go to Apple David for a report about Ginebra. Apple?
Like what Coach Tim Cone said after Game 4, they were outworked, out-hustled in the second half. Yung lack of communication led to miscues sa kanilang depensa. Tapos hindi rin sila fluid on offense. And ultimately, it boiled down to the fact that they did not match the energy of TNT simula nung third quarter at hindi na rin sila nakarecover. Assistant Coach Richard Del Rosario also pointed out how they overly relied on JB na nawala yung production ng iba. Now, ang challenge sa locals, bumawi ngayon. To end, it was highlighted that they may not win the championship with tonight's game, but they might lose it with this one. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Apple David, for that report, and she will continue to patrol the beat downstairs. Ronnie, what is important in a game such as this, game number 5?
Very important, disciplined execution, that's one. Making the necessary adjustments, especially for the team that lost the previous match. Because as we have seen in the first 4 games, no team has been able to get a winning streak so far.
Dr. J, the series is gone. One team wins, the other loses. It's halininan sila, Dr. J.
Nagbiro nga sa akin si team governor ng NLEX, si Ronaldo Dularte. Sabi niya, parang ping-pong yung laro. Sabi ko, baka today, maybe the next few days, it might be different. You know, we'll see. We'll see.
Of course, this series so unpredictable, undecided until the very, very end. We are moments away from, I think, a ceremony which will be held downstairs on the floor. And we are indeed just a few seconds away from the start of game number 5. And to repeat the fact given to us by Fidel Mangona, so important, 77%, a big number, 54 of the 70 teams that had a 3-2 lead went on to win the title when they won this particular game, 14 game 6. 14 in Game 7. Let's send it downstairs for a very special ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we start our game, we would like to recognize the men and women who continue to safeguard our country's sovereignty. Let us all welcome the brave heroes from the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Our Philippine Army. The Philippine Air Force. The Philippine Navy. The Philippine Marines. And joining them, the Philippine National Police. Tonight, the PBA stands in awe of your courage. While we play for a trophy on this court, you fight for our peace, our freedom, and our future on the front lines. Your unselfish service and ultimate sacrifices are the real MVP performances that keep our nation safe. From the entire PBA family, maraming salamat po sa inyong walang sawang paglilingkod at pagtatanggol sa ating bansa. We honor you, we salute you, and we pray for your safety always. Mabuhay ang sundalong Pilipino!
opportunity for the PBA to salute the men and women in uniform from the different services, the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Philippine Marines, as well as the Philippine National Police.
Ang ating mga sundalo Pilipino at maraming salamat po.
And immeasurable contributions to the security and peace of this nation. Glad that we can have them here today, gentlemen.
To honor, of course, the men in service who are always ready to assist when the need arises, and the backbone, of course, of safety and security in the country.
At hindi lang yung oras ng military emergency, kahit yung mga emergencies,
Disasters,
yung
sir.
lindol ngayon sa Mindanao, mga bagyo. In the meantime, Sergey De La Cruz, our Coliseum announcer, will introduce the starting lineups of Ginebra and Tropang TNT 5G.
And this is brought to us by Arena Plus. Sa Arena Plus, astig sa sports. Our game for this evening features game number 5 of the best-of-7 final series between Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and the TNT Tropang 5G. Let us now meet the starters. First, for the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Point guard from Naga City, number 4, RJ Abarientos. Shooting guard from Digo City, Davao del Sur, number 9, Scotty Thompson. Small forward from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Hull. Power forward is Barangay Ginebra's reinforcement, number 32, Justin Brimley. And at center from Abulu, Cagayan, number 1, Troy Rosario. Coaching Barangay Ginebra is Tim Code. It is now time to meet the starters for the TNT Tropang 5G. Point guard from Guagua, Pampanga, number 17, Jason Castro. Shooting guard from Dumaguete City, number 8, Calvin Octana. Small forward from Talisay City, Cebu, number 16, R.R. Pogoy. Power forward from San Fernando, La Union, number 45, Brandon Ganuelas Roster. And at center, it's a Tropang 5G's reinforcement, number 5, Chris Macala. Coaching the Tropang 5G is Sean Reyes. Game officials are Peter Balao, Romel Bruta, Mike Flordelisa, and Jason
And we have the men with the whistles. Balao, Gruta, Flordelisa, and Pinoso. And they will be taking care of patrolling the beat. Dr. J, I'll start with you. Starting lineup hardly has changed for Barangay Ginebra, except we don't see Japet Aguilar there.
Yeah, well, maybe because of the fact that, he's taking him off the bench. Si Chot Reyes started with Jason Castro the last game. They won. He's not going to take him away now. He'll get heading coming off the bench for him. With Castro, you have more stability in the game. And you get the local players involved right away.
How valuable, and this is such an obvious question, it's just because Ronnie is here. How important is the role that Jason Castro will play, especially coming out of the previous win?
Cannot quantify what Jason Castro means to TNT, the winning experience, the composure, and then likewise trying to chase his 11th championship for this franchise.
And we are underway with game number 5. Castro attacks, McCullough sends it outside, Bogoy and Corks. No connection, but it's still TNT ball. First basket, Arar Bogoy.
Masakit sa Ginebra yung kasi ang nag-offensive rebound doon si Jason Castro. Pinakamaliit na tao. And he got the ball quickly to Roger Pogoy.
Who is also aching for a big game after 5 points only.
He's the leading local scorer, by the way, para sa TNT.
Yeah. There's hope. He's also fighting for a big game. And this game is now a 3-2 TNT.
They had a big game in game number 3 and they won that convincingly, So they're hoping to continue to get in something from Holt, from Ethan Holt.
Exactly. He had 23 points in that particular outing as Macala on court.
Just a very good player, really. We talk about mid-range and having 10 toes inside the defensive box. But once he brings his offense further, doon bumababa yung porsyento niya.
Macala had only one sub-20-point game, which was the second game. 19 points in that particular outing. All is open. This one won't by. Then McCullough collars the rebound.
Kung napapansin mo, parating inaatake si Jason Castro. Kung sino yung binabantayan niya, doon pinupunta yung play nila.
Yeah. Oops, taas ng pasa. Here's Oftana. Oftana's in the deep corner. Holt watching his every step. Oftana trying to break loose. There's a switch over. That was defense by Rosario all the way till the shot. And Scotty slowing it down. Abarientos organizing the floor offense. 2 minutes going by us here. Turnaround by Rosario. Which is Rosario's shot, by the way.
Oh, it's been very productive from the semis all the way to the finals.
That pass, no, it's a 3-on-1 bust out. Ginebra on the run, and Scotty is gone.
Yeah, sometimes hindi ko rin maintindihan. Ba't nabibigyan ng ball, high kick ng ganun si Castro? One-on-one siya sa tao niya. They're not gonna get the ball away from him. He can create the play without a high screen from a center.
Samantala, bumuelo si Scotty Thompson. Ako muna, pampakumpiyansa. Dahil sa off-game na nangyari kay Scotty dun sa Game 4 na pagkatalo.
Best game ni Scotty was 3 in terms of production, 17 points. Also in Game 1, he had 15.
Yeah. Yung Game 3, triple-double.
17, 11, and 11. And one of the things that I'm sure Ginebra will be ready for is yung two-man game execution. Itong si Jason Castro played so well, setting up McCullough time and again.
And there it is, Ronnie. There it is. No, here's Ganuelas Rosso. He does not get the curl. Tries to tap it back in. No way. Ginebra just ganged up on him.
Yeah, but you know, you should make that. He's a 6'7" player in that big. You know.
A large reason why they won the rebounding battle with sa Game 4 against the BGR.
Ginebra jumps out in front 6-5, courtesy of Justin Brownlee.
Itong Ginebra is the #1 team in terms of perimeter scoring heading to the finals. Pero ngayon, labanan sa loob, high percentage offense, gusto nilang simulan sa Game 5.
Which we also saw, Dr. J, in Game 2. A lot of plays were happening closer to the basket compared to Game 1. Castro on courts. Can't get it to drop. Rosario gathers the rebound.
Little momentum here for Barangay Ginebra if they can get a score here again. Again, they're inaatake agad si Castro.
There it is. Cross-court pass. Here comes Holt driving hard. 10 feet away. Shoots over McCullough. Can't get it to back. Rebound collared by Rosario. They will recalibrate. Reset. Abarientos with 6. Blocked by Castro. Pogoy down the middle.
Second assist for Castro. Given up to Pogoy, yes. 5 points generated by Castro, and that was off a defensive stop against RJ.
Pogoy with 5. Brownlee posting up. Gives the lead again to Ginebra.
Ang ganda talaga ng pinag-aralan nila sa tape. Si Pogoy ang magbabantay kay Brownlee. We're always going to the post. They don't double team. We'll take him one-on-one.
Single coverage, ganyan pinaginawa ni Brownlee dun sa Game 3. Kaya halos 12 puntos ang production niya. Sa first quarter pa lang.
Those little things. Ronnie, do you discuss these little things
Yes, sir.
with the coaches?
Always.
So the assistants all night long walang tulog yan viewing the tape.
Mula May 18, walang tulog itong mga ito.
Okay. Siliado defense of the game brought to you by Pioneer Last to Seal. Siliado ang bugong. Anumang panahon. Aabutan ko yan. Huwag kayong magpaalala.
Halos isang buwan na silang walang tulog, sir. Mula pa quarterfinals all the way here sa game number 5 ng finals.
Ito naman si Pugoy. Runner gets the crawl.
7 points na agad si Pugoy.
Yes.
7 of the 9.
After a single-digit game dun sa game 4 na panalo. Gamble.
He's gone.
Ilan na si Brownlee?
6.
Ilan na si Pogoy? 7. So, tit for tat, ika nga, but needs to play better defense against Justin Brownlee.
Patas-patas lang so far. McCullough, close range, backs it in.
Yun ang madiin. Because Rosario is a pretty decent player. Marunong defender, marunong dumipensa sa poste yun.
Veterano finals, nag-champion na rin sa PBA ito. Para sa San Miguel. At ang tinalo nila yun, sa McCullough important San Miguel. Ay, ang tiyo.
Well run play by Ginebra. And they're back in the lead by 1.
Halata mo maganda ang movement ng katawan ni JB ngayong araw.
Natala ko yung
asa sa takbo niya.
execution nila, Doc, para makahanap talaga ng libreng teammate because they only had 11 assists.
Such a great observation, Dr. J. Ganuelas Rosso with the rebound, but apparently there may have been a push. Most of his fouls are of that kind. Then when was Rosser called for his first?
Well, that's one thing about him. He's an aggressive type of player, but he just gets himself into foul trouble almost every game that he plays. And he has to know when to stop, when to stop fouling. Because he's an important cut.
Usually early in the game, di ba?
Okay lang yun, pero eventually you have to stop fouling.
Scotty missed. Goal taken off. Rosario does not load up. The pass to Brownlee. And he says sorry to Brownlee.
Hindi naman nagagalit si King Kong, pumalakpak pa kasi nag-apologize agad si Rosario.
And we are ready for the first time out of the first quarter. Ginebra 12, TNT 1. This is a delicious one. You don't want to go anywhere. After this time, brought to you by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook.
Pressure up, and then when the ball enters, then you drop. Roger won't front him, so you have time to drop.
Our value licenses, PBA Rush and Signal, Gold Balance, Daily Fantasy. PBA fans, tingin na sa ating big screen dahil ito na ang ating Happy Independence Day game! Gawin naman tayo dyan mga kapwa natin Pinoy! Mabuhay kayong lahat! Happy 128th Independence Day! Celebrations to all of us! Sige, gawin naman tayo dyan mga kapwa! Yo!
And if you take a look at all of our final series, except the last couple of series where we didn't have Jason, we really tried to keep him off the starting lineup as late as possible because we don't want to overextend him. We want to manage his minutes. But being down 2-1, we felt it was time for Jason. So, ganun lang naman yun. He's just ready whenever and whatever it is that we need from him. And he knows himself that he had a very bad game the last time, and he got himself ready for tonight.
Back with us here, we've had an exchange of turnovers from each side.
Parehong klase pa.
It's a passing miscue. Bogoy to McCullough, give and go. It's anticipated by the defense of Ginebra. May sumabit kay Holt.
Makakaasa ka, depensahan talaga. Grind out game, ika nga.
Pero yung turnovers hindi ganun karami. Yung average ng, or total ng TNT, average 11.5. Ginebra 10. Hindi rin naman masyadong malaki.
Yeah, that's good. Especially in Philippine basketball. I've been here a long time. Bira yung ganun.
Parehong disiplinado doon.
Araw, pag sinabi mo you have about 14, 15, very, very good ka na nun.
Oo.
Yeah.
Samantala, masikip. Nagulat si Rosario sa pasa. McCullough switching over. Step back by Troy. Bang!
He's had a good conference.
Yes, sir.
Especially in the playoffs. Doon lumabas sa kanyang laro.
Iba rin talaga pag walang iniinda. Kanina, 12 paint points para sa Ginebra. TNT naman with 7 points from the perimeter.
Here is the first appearance of Ray Nambata here tonight.
Second foul.
Yan na naman, Doc J, oh.
Hindi niya maalis sa katawan niya ng tumulak. Hindi totoo yun eh.
Natural
Magaling siya
instinct.
rumibound. Ang problema, tumutulak siya. Minsan yung referee hindi ka tinatawagan, pero pag tumawag na, alisin mo na yun sa katawan mo. Ayan, katulad yan, may tulak.
So liliit ngayon ang lineup ng TNT without BGR. Ang
Yeah,
ipinalit ay si Jordan Heading.
Kasi hindi niya lang ginagamit. So Kelly, last game he didn't choose him. So medyo lumit sila. I wonder if he's available tonight.
Heading, of course, you mentioned he had 29 points in the previous encounter. They got it from behind Brownlee. And here comes TNT rushing. Pogoy whirling, dealing, and scoring.
9 points already in the ball game.
Yeah.
And only one foul. Ang foul pa niya, loose ball foul dahil yung pasa masama sa kanya.
2 straight defensive stops laban kay Justin Brownlee.
Hand up by Rosario here sa Barrientos. And there's a foul before any attempt was made.
Dok, imagine mo itong si Roger Pogoy, no? Binabantayan mo yung pinakamagaling naman laro sa kabila. Then you have to score this much.
Yeah. That's why it takes a lot out of you. In last game, it really took a toll on him, no? Pero yun, nakikita niya. Pag maganda laro ni Optana, pinapabayaan niya.
Correct.
Pag wala yung scoring ni Optana, he takes over.
Oh. Para silang mirror image of each other.
They are good friends, And there is a 3-point attempt.
Wow. 10 years in the PBA.
Yung nagbabantayan, parehong siyam na puntos na.
Leading scorers ng kanilang respective teams.
Ginebra averaging 38% with the three-point zone in this particular finals. Here's the slowdown. Ball. Scotty loads up. No, it rolls out. And the rebound is claimed by Oftana. Lead pass to Pugoy. Slows down. Waits for the rest of the gang. Heading inside goes to McCullough. No. And off the rebound, loose ball foul. It's on Rosario.
On Rosario this time. It was a good idea for McCullough to attack quickly dahil wala pa si Brownlee sa baba. It was a 5-on-4 situation. And that's the right thing to do every single time. Especially against a local.
With you.
Yeah. Take muna. Sabihin natin ito. Three-pointer. Brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Kailangan yan, sir.
Parehong tigi-isang 3-point shot yan. Yung isa galing kay Pogoy sa kabila.
Yes.
5 lang ang 3-point shots ng Ginebra dun sa Game 3 na pagkatalo. Game 4 na pagkatalo.
Pugoy. Baseline attempt won't work and Hall collars the board. Abarientos has not yet taken an attempt here. But he has made a great pass.
And again, making the adjustments on what's needed to be done after what they saw happen kung sa nakalipas na laban, referring to RJ Barrientos and Ginebra. Up 6 at this stage.
Points in the paint, clearly the edge belonging to Ginebra. Here is Nambata, opts to pass at the last moment. Pugoy asking for it. Hesitation, 6 seconds on the shooting clock. Oftana recalibrates. No, and Hulk gets another rebound.
Walang gumalaw.
Walang movement, oo. Maganda rin ang depensa ron sa last sequence ng Gin Kings.
4th rebound of Hulk. Look at that! And that has a foul as well. Abarientos with his first attempt.
Saksakan ng husay. Napakautak. At ganito kabata ang gulang maglaro. Had that advantage. Stop. Drew the foul and will get a bonus play.
And at the score, 21-13, the Ginebra chant is already up and roaring. We will be back after this timeout brought to you by Solaire Online. Play the game your way on Solaire Online Sportsbook. Another full house at the Smart Arenanta Coliseum.
Excuse me, partner. You know, I love these things as we take a look at our governors and, of course, the commissioner, si
Orgy Narvaso.
Narvasa. Kasunod ko yan eh. Sumunod siya sa akin sa PBL nung araw. Okay. Anyway, nung last game, we had 18,000 people. I think today, looking at the standing room sa lower at saka sa taas, we will probably have 20,000 and above today.
Okay. Awaiting final numbers in the meantime. 22-13. Pace of the game seems to favor Ginebra, Ron.
Correct. Because of the defensive stops, because of their rebounding control. Mga bagay na hindi natin nakita din sa Game 4 na pagkatalo. Because they were out-rebounded badly by TNT in that Game 4 win for Tropang 5G.
Brownlee already collecting 11 points of the 22 of Barangay Ginebra. Heading, dancing, whirling, wheeling. Follow-up inside by Galinato.
Medyo maayos rin yung linalaro niya. Ever since na-injure rin si Eram, he's become the second big man. And ngayon, hindi na nagagamit si Kelly. Siya na nagagamit. And he has performed pretty well, no?
And steady, di ba, Doc?
And he's willing to bang inside, no?
That's his game. Power play yan.
Just missed. And the rebound, Scotty. Here's his second chance. Abarientos waltzing. Step back! No! And the rebound, played by Kabuntin.
They need Kabuntin there because major rebounder yan, saka defender yan.
Heading with a good fake. Kicks it out to Altana. Nambata free in the favorite spot, but he misses everything.
Not had a very, very good conference. Only one game, 16 points. Nanalo sila, game 2 yata yun.
They need that guard production para sa TNT. Kaso at 14 points in that game. Forward heading at 29. That's already 43 of the 100-plus points pang TNT. Kailangan niya bumomba at pumutok mula sa guard rotation ni Coach Shot Reyes.
Brownlee gets his
first race. Ito pumasok si Gray, who's also been doing well.
Mula sa semis, galing.
Parang siya naging kapalit ni Malonzo. Wala sa kanila.
Naka-relax na siya doon.
Ngayon, medyo maayos na siya maglaro.
Under the basket, angled away, but there's a foul called on Galinato.
Well, okay yung depensa niya. Pero, you know, as a coach, I'm sure Ronnie would have told him, you don't give him the baseline. Because pag naunahan ka ng first step niya, doon ka sa likod eh. Ikaw ang humahabol niya. Haba pa. And he can jump, you know. Even though he's 38 years old, he can jump.
Yung hakbang na pag-break na gano'n sa baseline, naiwanan ka na.
He played a lot of spring dun sa Game 4 wherein he was in double figures. And it was a closer for Coach Tim.
Si Makala.
My favorite Japet story is when I saw him riding a tricycle along.
Kasha, sir, ha?
Kasha siya. He chose a really big tricycle. Sanay daw siya doon sa probinsya nila. Sanay ako dyan. Free to, hatid sa inyo ng McDonald's. Love ko to. McDonald's, isa ka na, ha?
French fries.
Game 2 pa yan, Doc Jay. Diba?
Hindi natin natuloy yan eh.
Mr. Price,
Hindi ka ng French fries. Alam mo bakit? They have the best.
Oh, naman.
Because their French fries comes from Idaho.
The place for...
May trivia, Doc, ha?
Idaho. You tell George Young.
Yeah. Parang kilala ko si parang...
Kilala ko si George.
Ikaw siguro.
Lost opportunity para dito sa TNT on that slide. Kay Galinato, which he failed to convert.
45 seconds remaining. Japet in that congested area, and he loses it completely. Here's Heading. 39 seconds remaining. McCullough looking inside. Heading. Look at the Mariantos wrestling with McCullough. Here's McCullough from 15. Yes!
Tama naman yung salo ni Troy Rosario. Pero si McCullough deadly talaga pag ganyan. 17 and below.
Oo. Parang free throw eh.
Oo, deadly talaga. Napakatangkat eh.
Taas ng tira eh. Samantala, ito si Troy, sinusundan ni McCullough. Naglalabing oras, 13 seconds. Ang bilis ng takbo ng ating first quarter. Ito si Scotty, 6 seconds on the shooting clock. Lobo! Oh! Sabit sa baba. Galinato siguro.
Scotty's very aggressive today. Offensively, he only took 5 shots in their last game. Definitely not enough and scored just 4 or 5 points.
Importante, Ronnie. Pag medyo ganado siya, makikita mo yung rebounding niya.
Oo.
Akin niya sa basket.
Saka masigla. Malikot. Talon.
Yung challenge dito.
Shot will use a challenge of that last call. I think they gave it to Heading, you know.
matake si Scotty at hinanap itong si Aguilar. Dun sa ibabaw.
Head Coach Challenge is brought to you by Arena Plus, the official game partner of the PBA and the number one sportsbook in the Philippines.
Yung series natin sa semis at sa finals, ibang klase rin talaga, Doc, Sir Seth.
Oh, so the crowd has been appreciative. They've enjoyed the game. They've been coming and they've been watching on RPTV
Yes,
and
sir.
as well as our other platforms as well. I wonder how this call will go.
After the review, meron pong bangga si Galinato kay Aguilar. Therefore, ang challenge po ng TNT is not successful.
So there goes the challenge
Yes.
of TNT for the rest of the night.
Very early call.
Yeah. And I thought it was a good call. At tayo naman kitang-kita natin sa angle natin na nabangga ni Galinato. Pero you know, the important thing for me, I wish the referees, and you know, I know Willie, and he's a real good guy. I mean, the referees should tell us, pag unsuccessful, like in this case, TNT will no longer have the challenge. I think the public would like to know that. Pag meron pa, you say, meron pa isang challenge.
Free throw from the change of McDonald's. Free throw. What is, at just one line, di ba?
Yeah.
So, meron pa silang natitirang isang challenge.
Alam mo sa NBA, you see that, you hear that. You know, of course, they have better command of the English language. But still, yung sinasabi mo lang sa tao na may challenge
Meron
pero
pa, wala
wala
na.
challenge yun.
Pwede naman Tagalog, Doc.
Oh, which they have done.
Yeah. I wish they did more.
Anyway, we're down to the last 3 seconds. Quick release. And his first quarter is part of the colorful history of the PBA already. Ginebra comes out of this ahead 25-17. As we will bring you back to the Mecca of sports here in Quezon City and maybe the Philippines, the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
We have with us Coach Josh Reyes. Coach, down 8 going to the second quarter. What aspects of the game do you want to improve on to get back in the game?
Well, there are a few baskets by Ginebra. That's not part of our game plan. We did it like that catch-and-shoot three-pointer of Brownlee in his cut. So we got to really tighten up on that and make sure to not give up those easy baskets that Brownlee likes. Offensively, we need to get to our second actions better. Our offense is stalling when it hits certain people, so we need to get our ball moving to get to the next actions.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach Josh. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Apple David, and thank you to Assistant Coach Josh Reyes for giving us access into how the team is thinking. Currently down as we go into the second quarter, 25-17. Let's start with Ronnie now. What did Ginebra do very well in that first quarter?
Move the basketball well. Find open teammates, attack inside. They almost had 20 inside points in the first quarter alone.
Short passing by Ginebra. The outside attempt. No, and Brownlee collects another rebound. Here comes Japet from 15. Bingo.
Having an open teammate, yeah.
Offensive rebounds are gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
Ganyan din sila nasaktan ng TNT dun sa Game 4, Doc.
Yeah, baliktad naman ngayon.
Yes.
Heading, aims, and drains it. It's a 3. What does TNT have to do better, Dr. J, in the second quarter?
Well, it's obvious that they did not move the ball around. You know, Ginebra had some antidotes to the way they played offense the other game. And they've shut down practically Calvin Octana completely, you know. So they had to move the ball a little bit better, play more as a team. That's why they needed Jason Castro in the beginning. Kaso tinanggal naman siya. That's gonna be an offensive foul. It's not gonna count, no?
I thought that we saw Jason Castro walk back to the dugout.
Baka pare ano lang yung kanyang, baka
retake o baka retake. But definitely better guard play. Ayan na si Jason Castro, papasok muli dito sa second quarter.
Tumuro ko agad sa akin, tinignan ko rin yung kanyang gate. It seemed to be a natural gate. Yun lang sinabi ko, baka malamang may retake ang ankle nito dahil medyo baka lumuwag. Konti, yun na.
Yun ang mga telltale signs, ano? Yung gate,
yung gate ng player, kung may diferensya ang ankle niya, wala.
So, 27-20, Kelly Williams gets to see action here at the top of the second quarter. Here's Castro, up against Barrientos. Here's heading, screen by McCullough, free for a 3. Rebound into the hands of Barrientos. Lead pass.
Wow.
What a catch! And McCullough, maybe an unnecessary foul, really.
Double block ayun para sa kanya. He missed the 3-point shot and he kept on looking at the basket. Tumatakbo na si Brownlee. Nung dumating siya, tinulak pa niya ng very slightly. Natawagan pa siya ng foul.
Exactly.
That is assist number 8 already para sa Ginebra. Only had 11 in 48 minutes sa Game 4 na pagkatalo.
Panalo play of the game, hatid sa inyo ng TNT. As far as the assists are concerned, of course, Ginebra with the edge on the average in 4 games, 23 against 17. As we turn it over to Apple David.
Recognizing na paiba-iba yung bumabantay sa kanya, Justin Brownlee is making a conscious effort to make some adjustment. Ang sabi niya, he needs to be more careful sa way of attacking niya. Pay attention kung sino nga ba yung defender niya. Read his defenders better. And aside from that, just because of how last game went down, he needs to do a better job involving his teammates.
Ginebra now with its biggest lead of 11 after the 7th point of Japet Aguilar. An excellent lead pass from Brownlee. And the count is 31-20. Ginebra up by 11. And we're going to glide into a timeout brought to you by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook.
PBA single scan.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy Independence Day. A sold-out crowd here in the Smart Araneta Coliseum, and you have made the TV ratings on RPTV soar to an all-time high this season. The PBA Finals on One Sports and YouTube. It's also a gift for all the fans worldwide. Kahit saan ka pa, happy Independence Day. Look at the ratings.
Yeah, tama ka doon. Inaantay ko yung 20,000. Sa attendance. Medyo sanay na ako tumingin ka.
Tatatansya na, Doc.
Here's Castro, can't elevate, sends it to Pugoy, uncorks, can't get it to drop, rebound claim by McCullough, bang, but managed to keep his composure. Pugoy thought of driving, but three red shirts right in front of him. Here comes the shot clock coming down to three. Pugoy creates the post move.
Wow.
Drinks it. Well done.
Alam mo si Pugoy at saka si Castro, very, very composed.
Kalmado.
Hindi sila nadadala ng 24-second shot clock. Parang alam nila eh.
At wala sila nakikitang tao sa loob ng Araneta Coliseum.
Mas ako pa nagpapanik ko nga.
Sila lang.
11 points by Pugoy. Here's Pinto. Been getting action, although he has not scored.
Second block by Jason Castro. One against Barrientos, this one against Brownlee.
And the referees helping each other on this call.
Sa endgame, natapik daw. So, bola pa rin ng Ginebra. But 3.5 seconds lamang natitira sa shot clock nila.
Pinto will inbound. Barrientos can't elevate. Now he does.
Wow.
Wala ka nang masasabi doon.
Wala talaga. Phenomenal. Phenomenal really itong si RJ Barrientos.
13, biggest lead so far of Ginebra. Trend of this series, some team will go ahead, tapos kakabulin ng isa. In the meantime, that's traveling.
No, that's
push.
Tama, sabi mo sir, every game ganun na nangyayari. Lumaki yung lamang. Mapakatulad ng game 4 na hindi naman ganun karami, pero lalaki. Hahabol at hahabol yung isa.
Ganun talaga yung basketball pag finals. Medyo yung balikatan ng laban.
Yan. In the meantime, 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Pero wala pang nangyari na yung lamang ay nahabol at nanakawan ng panalo.
Wala pa.
Dito kung sino makatrangko, malaki yung lamang.
Pag nauna ka na.
Naset mo yung tone ng maaga.
McCullough from the right elbow. Smooth.
Now they can get back if he keeps on making those shots. He's been taking a lot of outside shots. Not too many going in or posting up.
Not yet.
8 points by McCullough. It's a 10-point lead by the Barangay. Pinto hesitates, drills it far into the circle rather, and Castro is there to collect it. Skips a pass over to Pugoy. Pugoy looking inside for a cutter, can't find anybody. McCullough will provide a shield for Castro. He'll roll, but no chance for a pass. Japet now adjusts his defense. Castro to the wing. Here is Kelly. Hesitates. 3. No. Follow up. Yes.
Parang mayroon pang foul.
Lumipad si Japet ba yung lumipad? Oo, no?
Sino makakatapat kay McCullough rito sa laki niya at taas niya tumalon?
McCullough has now registered 10 points across his name.
Na-challenge din dahil kanina nung tumime out si Coach Shot, napagalitan siya eh.
Kasi dalawang beses siyang
na-fast break ka, no? Oo.
Brownlee from 10.
Ang ganda ng lapit pero hindi nakapasok, ha?
Heading aggressive on the board. Libre, McCullough can't drain it. Rebound! No problem for R.R. Pugoy.
Ito na naman yung habol na sinasabi natin. Ito yung malalamangan.
And Pugoy with 13 points. It's now down to a 6-point lead. And here's that follow-up by Pugoy as we glide into a timeout. Brought to you by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook.
at halftime, we told the players to just, keep our composure despite the barrage of the two best players of this conference. I mean, we're playing the best import and the best local player. So, we know that they will really score because, they're not the best for nothing. So I said, let's just keep our composure, stick to our game plan. And luckily, the players responded, and I think that's what allowed us to pull it off in the end.
You know that very well, Ronnie, that sometimes when there's some crisis and chaos in the game, you have to go back to what you know, what to do, and what you practice.
At pupunta ka rin doon sa mga players na merong mayamang karanasan, players with winning experience who know what it takes to be able to play amidst this kind of pressure.
With Ronnie Magsanok and Dr. J. Andy Howe and Apple David. In the meantime, Hall collects the rebound. 6:52 remaining in your second quarter. Hall trying to carve room. Gives it over to Gray. No, can't drain it. Rebound. Pogoy crashes to the floor. But he seems okay.
Ibang spring our Pogoy ngayong gabi.
Siya nga, it's almost like if Ginebra goes on to win the championship, medyo alam mo rin sino magiging most valuable player. Dito sa kabila, alam mo rin sino magiging most valuable player. It is Pogoy by far.
Especially with the struggles of Calvin Oftanas of late.
Pogoy finds a way. Yeah, Poposte. Double team, beginning to think about it. But fall away. Just short. Did he get fouled?
Yeah, he did. There was a whistle. And look at that. Pareho sila ni Brownlee. They both have 13 points in the ballgame. Matching each other. Siya pa bumabantay kay Brownlee.
Yun ang pinakamahirap. Double job ka. Itong si R.R. Pogoy, kung titignan mo, akala mo, basta pumoste, makakashoot. It takes a lot of effort. And of course, skill level.
Marami kasing mais kinakain niya.
Matigas talaga ang katawan. Puso. Puso, Doc. Yung skill level. At saka yung ensayo, countless hours. And more
Saman.
no post offense.
Sa mga taga-Sugbo, maayong gabi, kaninyong tanan. Watching us tonight, 30 is the count. And those who have been affected, I know you may not hear us, those affected by the earthquake in Mindanao, we think we are praying for recovery.
General Santos.
Yes.
Manny Pacquiao.
Sa Davao din, no?
Davao naramdaman din. That's a shove off. That's a shove off.
Ito yung pangatlong defensive stop na nanggaling kay Jason Castro.
Malaki yung laman. That's an 8-0 run by TNT to cut this lead down to only 4 at this stage.
Sila'y gumagana sa loob dahil kay Pogoy at kay si Macau.
Ito yung ito yung trend ng series. Kung minsan sa third quarter na ngayon, maaga pa lang.
Nabanggit rin ni Ronnie yung veterano. Kaya matagal na rin dinalaro ni Kelly. Hindi siya nakaka-score, pero veterano siya. Marunong siya rebound, marunong siya dumifense.
At foul trouble si DGR.
Ito pa yun. Into the corner of Tana unloads the favorite spot.
11-0 run.
And again, who finds Oftana in the corner? Jason Castro. Scoreless, yes. But his defense and his playmaking. Mula nung bumalik siya, doon rumimate at humabol ang TNT.
Kaya nahihirapan si ng Batak to get playing time unless he scores well.
Si Enciso nga, di na natin nakikita.
hindi naglaro sa buong quarter, sa buong series.
At malaking bagay din si R.R. Pogoy ay healthy heading to the finals.
Malaking bagay sa kanya. Big run of 11 points. There's a foul on Williams.
Another matchup here para sa TNT. Laban dito kay 6-time PBA champion at 4-time best import awardee, Justin Brownlee.
It's not a shooting foul.
Pangalawang team foul pa lamang yung partner ng TNT. Kanina pa naka-penalty dito ang Barangay Ginebra.
Abarientos but there was a good stint by Ku.
Kailangan nila si Abarientos to start scoring.
Yes, has to be more assertive. Try to look more for his offense. Kasi inatake siya. Castro again.
To grab the lead.
Wow.
Down.
2 block shots, 1 offensive foul drawn, 1 live ball takeaway, 4 defensive stops. This is Jason Castro.
And TNT is already in the lead. What is the foul?
Mabigat na foul yung pangatlo yata ni Pogoy yun eh. Wala na silang challenge.
Pangalawa. Jason Castro. Ang linis.
Linis, ano? Nung pagtaas ng bola, doon sinungkit eh.
Pero all his life, he's been... katulad ni Ronnie ang umagaw
Yan.
Ng bola, no?
Ng bola.
Turning 40, sir. End of the month si Jason.
Madalas sabihin sa akin ni Ronnie kasi laki ng pakwan yan pag nandyan.
Minsan talaga, ganun ang tingin mo. Pero pag nagkamali ka, lagot ka kay coach.
Scoreless 3 run at drought by Ginebra in about 4 minutes now. Abarientos. Rosario is blocked by Jason Castro. The shot, no.
Offensive foul. Tumipa eh.
So how many defensive stats for Jason Castro alone? Third block. One draw charge. One live ball takeaway. Second offensive foul drawn by Jason Castro. Tremendous effort coming from the 10-time PBA champion.
He's not a blur. He's present here. You see him, but then suddenly he leaves you behind. McCullough pulls up. Drains.
Marami ng assist to si Jason. Ganyan-ganyan lang.
12 puntos na si McCullough.
Double digits ang lamang kanina ng Ginebra. Ngayon, 3 na.
15-0 run yun.
Yes.
And the scoreless spree or the scoreless drought continues for about 5 minutes now. Scotty trying to create. There will be a foul.
Heading. That's another player that you like to attack. You know, he's a very good offensive player.
Right.
But yung kanyang defensa is suspect.
At saka kanina pa sila binabarat ni Aram Pukoy sa ilalim. Ngayon, si Scotty naman na may tsansa kasi mas malaki siya kahit paano kay Heading at mas malakas.
Finally, that drought ends. And the front row brought to you by non-stop to go.
Pinahinga na ulit si Jason. Balik ulit si ng batak. So, susubukan ulit nila. At saka pagod na si Jason.
Oo naman. Ilang beses bang dumipensa ng maayos? Itinakbo yung opensa at naghanap ng libreng kakampi.
Look at this. It's a 37-36 second quarter. 4:23 to go. Here's McCullough. Slowly, calmly. Already with 12. Heading. Pocket pass. McCullough hanging.
Wow.
Ang haba talaga, no? Ang haba. And he has 14.
Not only that, partner, he knows how to get to the basket. If you have a local guard in him,
alam na niya, Doc.
4 or 5 inches shorter, patay ka dyan.
20-11 scoreline in the second quarter. Pabor para sa TNT.
Heading all over Scotty. Heading. Can't stop the attempt. And Troy Rosario is fouled from the rear by Kelly Williams, who's complaining that he may have been pushed as well.
Magaling yung magandang labanan niyang dalawang yan. Veterano na rin pareho. Now will be the 15th foul of TNT, which will put them into the penalty also.
As well. The clock reads 3 minutes 49. Big run by TNT. 22-11 edge by TNT. That is going to be short. And there is a loose ball.
Oh my. And that will be 2 free throws for Thompson as he tried to block out. Referring to Heading itong si Scotty Thompson.
Dalawa na si Heading.
Well, you know, I listened to Coach Norman a lot. He's worked with us here, said last game, and he worked in the rush. And the thing he says about Heading, for me, is true. He is not consistent. There are days that he can really, you know, pag pumutok yan, pumuputok. But there are days he can't do anything to si Jinky.
Well, in a very prayerful mood here tonight.
Yung asawa ni, nakilala ko ito sa Starbucks doon sa...
Kasabay kayo?
Hindi, nasa tayo, pumipila yan eh. Yung sa, ultra, pakindo tayo.
In sports.
She's a nice girl though. She's a nice girl. Very humble also.
Gandang ingiti eh.
Very humble.
1 point affair. Look at the wrestling match between Rosario and Williams. McCullough shoots.
Oh! Uminit bigla. Napagalitan ni Coach.
After nun, after nun, na-fire up siya. Pero ginawa na ni Brownlee lahat. Pinigil na makalapit. Pumuntos pa rin.
Press. Yes. Tabla tayo at 41.
Ang laban.
As expected. Sabi nga natin, 5 lang ang made 3-point baskets ng Ginebra sa Game 4 na pagkatalo. They need more tonight.
3 minutes remaining. Stretch by O'Donnell.
Sali daw siya. 5 points.
Kinarga na ni RR Pugoy at ni Simac yung opensa. Pero kailangan may ambag din ang kanilang isa sa pinakamahusay na manlalaro ni Sir Fran.
1-point lead by Ginebra. And Brownlee with an explosion of 19.
Oo, merong isang laro dito sa serye. 44 si Macalo. 40 rin itong si JB Brown.
Oh, what a spin! And the imports taking on each other here.
Tama ka, Ronnie. 41 si Brownlee.
44.
Pero nanalo si Brownlee.
Itong larong nakikita natin kay Brownlee at Macalo pang fourth quarter na ito.
Brownlee at 41 in game 3. Macalo 44. Short stand, air ball in the hands now of Kelly Williams. 2 minutes. What a game 5 it has been so far. Nip and tuck. Tug of war between these two. Oh! Macalo putting on a show. Yes, Wendy.
Biglang 20 puntos ito.
Brownlee! No! Rim Ratner. Rebound battle. Won by Nambatak. Stingray. Sends it over to Heading. Going straight. Block! By Abarientos.
That's good defense for the red shirts. First home, stopping Heading from having that straight driving lane. And then the help coming from this phenomenal sophomore na si RJ Barrientos.
3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. TNT
Williams, nakapilong sir, ha?
Pinalitan ni
Galinato.
Pero hindi papayagan yata pumasok yung tingnan natin. Si Eding papalitan ni Castro pero baka hindi payagan.
Parang sobra yung player sa loob.
So tatlong palitan nangyari doon. Si Galinato, si Pugoy at saka si Castro.
Sinambatak ang pinalitan.
Running for delaying the game ang TNT Tropang Giga.
Sa bench, ikaw, pasok ka kayo, no? Pasok ka kayo, no?
Oo, match up kasi talaga ang labanan.
Meron nakita si Chot, gusto niya mag-end with these guys on the last minute and a half.
Step back. Tana. Scoops away. Galinato, surprise. The ball was nowhere close. Scotty does not want to elevate yet. Lob pass, Brownlee, Scotty, 3! Castro runs the table. Galinato with a big, small
wow.
What a pass by Castro. That'll count.
Traveling.
Oh, they call traveling, huh?
Nadulas eh.
Sayang yung pasa, no?
Ganda nung hanap. Taking a reversal to deep left corner and then locating a diving Galin. Ayan, no? Kali. Dulas na.
Yung jump, yung travel, travel play. Shot is making an appeal for something.
He wants a referee to be substituted. Yung mga tao, kundi ako sanay na kasi ako dyan. Pag yung coach nagpupunta ng X sa kamay nila, gusto nilang magpasab yung isang referee. Meron siyang isang referee, nakita niya, hindi tinawagan ng foul yung tulak ng isang rebound play doon. Kaya nagwawala sila doon. Pero ganun rin si Richard. Meron naman siya sinasabi doon sa isang referee na pinapagalitan ni Chot. Teka muna, nakalimutan mo yata ito. Di ba? So ganyan, mahirap talaga mag-officiate.
Walang kasing.
Pero may mga lalakas ang loob. Magagawin yung trabaho niya.
Trabaho yan, pare.
Pag na-fire up yung Ginebra crowd, mas lalong humihirap maglaro.
Ang ganda ng dating na ito, eh.
Again, just like RR Pugoy, a different spring dito kay Japet Aguilar ngayong gabi. Probably buoyed by that 11-point performance sa Game 4.
Natin ko magka-30-second timeout. Hindi na. Ayan, eh.
Ginamit. Tabla sa 47, why not? We have everything tied so far, including the count in the series. We're tied here. As you take another look at the extension of that slamma-jamma.
Back-to-back double-digit gains para dito kay Japet Aguilar. Wow, that's a throwback move for the many-time national team mainstay.
Iniiwas pa niya eh, no?
Inangat ng husto eh.
Inangat, iniiwas pa.
Parang Statue of Liberty dunks na lumalabas. Mahirap yun kasi sinabayan eh.
I hate to say this, na-posterizing Galinato na sila. No player wants to be said, well, it happens.
Double blocker siya kasi may traveling laban sa kanya kanina. Dito naman inatake sila with the two-man game initiated by Justin Brownlee for Japet Aguilar.
Final 31.9 seconds of the first half.
Ganda nung pasok ni Japet Aguilar for a very, very strong, emphatic finish. No? Pero ito, inalis si Abarientos for defensive purposes, even though they're in the penalty.
Malaga,
big lineup sila dyan.
Naras ng Ginebra yung scoring ground nila. At nakabalik sila rito.
Tagal eh.
Kasi nakabuelo na eh.
Japet Aguilar has also been taken out.
Again, the matchups.
Pinto is matchup against Jason Castro.
Jumping it over to McCollum, who has so far 20 points. Jason considered it.
Oras pa.
8 on the shooting clock. Jason accelerates. Goes to the corner, heading. Yes.
Overhead coming from Scottie Thompson.
Assist na naman ni Jason.
Correct. But he gives up a shooting foul.
Pero may foul. So penalty yan. To take two yan.
Yeah.
Alam mo, hinihingi ng San Antonio Spurs bukas si Castro.
Para magkabuhay yung
palitan mo na yung laro.
Si Aaron. Si De Aaron.
Ay, hindi marunong mag-iwan ng bola kung kailangan lamang.
Natuwa naman si Bojan Anobi.
I love those two teams, so I don't really care who wins. I wanted one of them to win.
Ako, I care about the Knicks. I want them to win. It's been
53 years.
1973.
1973.
Ako yung last championship naalala ko, yung 70 and 70.
Sila Willis Reed ba yun?
Yes.
Walt Frazier, Willis Reed, Phil Bradley, who became a senator,
and
Dick Barnett,
wow.
Earl DePearl.
Phil Jackson did not get to play in the 70 championship. In the meantime, Castro nearly sliding there. He will fire from 3. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, the score.
What a first half so far. 24 minutes of great action, Ronnie McSonald.
Both reinforcements have shown glimpse of brilliance. Jason Castro has managed to keep Talk and Tex back in the hunt. Up by 2 after being down by as much as 7 against Barangay Ginebra. Look at the numbers. Not seen there, of course, is the defensive effort that he has contributed throughout the first 2 quarters. That's unbelievable for the 39-year-old 10-time PBA champion.
And we will have the second half ready for you together with Dr. J, Ronnie McSonald, and Ample David. Don't go too far away. Keep it here on RPTV, powered by Sports 5.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Hi everyone, it's Carla Lizardo Sulat once again, welcoming you to our halftime kwentuhan dito sa ating live chat party for Season 50 of the Commissioner's Cup sa One Sports YouTube channel presented by TapTap. Ang ating score at the half, dikit na dikit ang laban, TNT up by 2 points, 50-48 against Barangay Ginebra. If you're just tuning in now, this is Game 5 of the finals. And at the start, ang init ng simula nitong Barangay Ginebra. They were able to mount an early lead. Pero pagpasok ng second quarter, nakita natin yung adjustments from TNT. They mounted an 11-0 run to be able to get back in the game. At sila pa nga ang lumamang at the half. And both these teams are just fighting so hard to be able to secure that 3-2 lead here in our best of 7 final series. Let's look at the stats. Saan lumamang ang TNT in this game so far? They are leading in second chance points 11-5. Points off turnovers as well, making the most out of those mistakes from Barangay Ginebra 11-7 and 3-1 sa blocks. All those 3 blocks came from the blur Jason Castro here in the first half. Let's look at the top scorers for both of these teams. Para sa TNT, they are being led by Chris McCullough with 20 points, hitting 14 big points in the second quarter alone. He has 6 rebounds and has hit 10 out of 15 from the field. R.R. Pugoy follows with 15 points, 6 out of 9 from the field. And Jason Castro with 2 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Wow, an all-around performance from the blur here in our first and second quarters. On the other side of the floor, Justin Brownlee is leading the scoring for Barangay Ginebra with 19 points, 11 in the first quarter, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Japeth has 10 points in just 8 minutes of play here in the first half, and Scotty Thompson has 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Panoorin na natin ang highlights from the first and second half. Game kicks off with a big 3 from R.R. Pugoy to open up the scoring here in this game. Barangay Ginebra up by 1. Jason Castro blocks RJ Abarientos. They're running, leads to a quick layup by R.R. Pugoy. Once again, TNT up Game is still close. Barangay Ginebra now with a 4-point lead. Justin Brownlee converts off that nice pass from Abarrientos. Now RJ Abarrientos trying to get going in this game, gets the bucket and the foul, extending Ginebra's lead up to 7 here in the first quarter. Chris McCullough trying to not allow TNT to get left behind, pulls up from mid-range and scores the jumper. That is it for our first quarter highlights. Moving on to the second, RJ Abarrientos will take the shot, drains the buzzer-beating 3 from beyond the arc. No problem. Para sa ating BPC, now Chris McCullough will answer back, secures the offensive rebound and the putback. TNT playing catch-up here in the second quarter. Now things are close. Barangay Ginebra up by 1, but Jason Castro comes up with a steal on Brownlee and converts the layup, giving TNT its very first lead of the game here in the second quarter. But Justin Brownlee, our best import of the conference, will answer back with back-to-back threes para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. Chris McCullough also battling it out with Justin Brownlee, stays hot in the second quarter, answers up with that pull-up jumper. Now Japeth Aguilar, efficient minutes for Barangay Ginebra, throws it down with a huge dunk over Galinato to tie the game here. And of course, if you're just tuning in now to our live chat party, it is a very close game so far. TNT is just up by 2 points, 50-48 against Barangay Ginebra. Now let's do some shout-outs and just want to read some of our fans' thoughts about the game so far. Sabi ni Jalen, RJ, JB, Scotty, and Holt, kailangan mag-init ngayong Game 5 tulad ng Game 3 para makuha ng Ginebra ang kampyonato. We want to say hi to Jofi, who is cheering for TNT from California. Hi to Rosso watching from Pangasinan. We have Bam Bam watching from Italy, die-hard Ginebra fan. We have Ellie from Albay, Mateo from Batangas. We have Richard from Canada, Noriang from Dubai. Joey is watching from Imus, Cavite. Hello. JR is watching from Tarlac and Doms is watching from Cubao. So kung gusto niyo ng shoutout later on sa ating kwentuhan dito sa ating live chat party, just let me know your name, your thoughts about the game, where you're watching from, and I'll give you a shoutout later on. And again, our question for the day is, ano yung predictions niyo? Sino ang mananalo in this game? Dikit na dikit ang laban. Who will come through in the second half of this game? Will it be TNT or Barangay Ginebra? I'm also inviting all of the PBA fans to check out Tap Tap Send para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padalove to the Philippines. Download Tap Tap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. And for the latest in the world of sports, please don't forget to follow One Sports on YouTube, Facebook, X, Reddit, Instagram, and on TikTok. Third quarter, Game 5 of the finals is coming your way at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Balikan na natin ang ating venue.
For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code and type "Get Started" to proceed.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang Tap Tap Send at gumagamit ka ba ng Tap Tap Send?
Yes, Tap Tap Send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
For every Filipino fan, there's one app made just for you. Watch the biggest games live. UAAP, PBA, PVL, and more on your preferred device anytime, anywhere. Go beyond the game with originals and shorts. All these and more for only $149 a month. Scan the QR code and type "Get Started" to proceed.
Okay, a big run by TNT Tropang 5G, overturning as much as a 12-point lead by Ginebra in the second quarter. Boy, big run. Big runs have been the trademark of this series so far. Hello, everybody, with Ronnie McSonnock and Dr. J. And let's start with Ronnie this time. Ronnie, big run by TNT in the second quarter.
That's correct, sir. They lost the first quarter by 8, won the second quarter by 10. So now they will be just 2 points away from Ginebra heading to quarter, or they will be 2 points ahead of Ginebra heading to quarter 3.
Dr. J, this series has been this one has been a series of adjustments of the matchup so far, and we saw that clearly in the second quarter.
Well, I can't hear you, Seb. No, I can hear myself. Something is not right. But I understood what you two were trying to point out. It's been a real nice matchup, and we look at the halftime summaries here. The percentages from the three-point territory is quite low for both teams. Only 25% for TNT, only 31% for Barangay Ginebra. Rebounds are close, points in the paints are close, but the perimeter points in favor of TNT, no?
And the matchup adjustments continue, Ronnie, and it will continue to do so in the second half and all the way to a Game 6, and if we will need a Game 7.
That's correct. Containing the players who have exploded in the first 2 quarters, that's one. Matching up with the guard position against the best player here in the conference in RJ Barrientos, keeping his production to as low as possible and disallowing him from exploding if they can. On the other side, how to contain Jordan Heading and how to just also limit the production of R.R. Pugoy with his scoring outburst.
And we are just a few moments away from the start of the second half. We're going to check on how the imports size up against each other.
Oh, definitely Brownlee and McCullough understanding what is necessary, how important Game 5 is to get closer to a championship here in the PBA. McCullough exploded in the second quarter with 14 of his 20 points. Brownlee, meanwhile, consistent as ever. 11 in the first, 8 in the second quarter. Again, doing what is necessary for their team to stay on top. Brownlee struck first. McCullough did his best in the second. And right now, almost a standoff between Ginebra and TNT.
And the matchups continue with the imports as well. First, I would like to go to Jamie Lim, who is with assistant coach Richard Del Rosario.
Run. So we can't be just reliant like what happened in the last game. We got to get RJ going. So far as only has 4 attempts in the game. So we'll see. We have to rely on the other guys to help us out.
Thanks, Coach Hart. Gentlemen, back to you.
Okay, you caught the tail end of Jamie Lim's chat with Richard Del Rosario. We're concerned that Barrientos has not produced enough in that first half of play. Dr. J, okay, can you hear me now?
medyo mahina kayo eh. You know, you're coming in a little soft. But ang magandang matchup dito, partner, yung dalawang imports, halos pareha sa kanilang scoring.
Yes, sir.
20-19. Ang nagkaroon ng konting diferensya dito, yung 15 ni Pugoy, malaki. Plus 5 siya over the second highest scorer of the Barangay Ginebra squad.
If you're adjusting in your Ginebra, Coach Ronnie, what are the things top of mind?
Top of mind for me, really, number one, how come McCullough was 90% from the 2 ball at 10 of 11? Number 2, why is Jason Castro dominating this game for TNT in terms of his defense? How to limit his effectivity, how to score against Jason Castro, and how to force Coach Reyes to take out Jason Castro.
Jason Castro, quite a factor in that second quarter. Not too much in the numbers, but in the defensive stops, as you pointed out, Ronnie.
That's right, sir.
In the meantime, short range, no success. And the rebound is claimed by Oftana.
You see here the intent of Ginebra, first play. After the halftime break, go inside, try to score in a restricted zone, courtesy of Scotty Thompson.
Here's the drive for boys, dribbling around the perimeter. Shot clock reduced to 4. McCullough unloads, short this time. Rebound claimed by Holt. Holt looking ahead. Abarientos. And Wells Rosser back in. Short pass. Troy misses at close range.
Pangalawa na yung underneath the basket shot dun, no?
Oh, Oftana's gone.
That's a concern. Nobody stopping the basketball. And then an easy layup. Easiest shot of this contest so far.
Bakit ganun, Ron? Yung may bola, siyempre siya ang threat, di ba?
Yun
You wanna
talaga.
stop a guy with
Yes.
the ball.
7 points by Calvin. Here's Troy. This is a good deal of a matchup, but look at Troy scoop it up.
The help was there, but nobody helped out. Rosario taller, definitely, than Calvin Oftana.
We have a 2-point lead by TNT Tropang 5. Glad you could join us here tonight on RPTV as this is a drive by Danuelas Rosser and a 4-point lead for Tropang 5G.
Well, that's the strength of this game. More of going to the basket rather than an outside shooter.
Another assist para kay Jason Castro, assist number 6 with the blur.
What a move by Troy, but too much muscle behind the final foray.
He's been doing the right things, just not putting it into the basket.
Final stretch, you know. That finishing moment, and here comes Pugoy posting up anew. Shot clock reduced to 10. McCullough. This is an easy play that they run, you know.
And that's the major difference when it steps out of the arc. It's 0-5. Steps inside. 90% tonight at 11 of 12 from inside the arc.
Yung 15 to 18 footer talagang
automatic.
Oh, great job. Oh, McCullough with a rejection of the shot of Holt. Jason doesn't want to waste the defensive gem. Throws it outside of Dana. Up fake. Free for a jumper. No. And Wallace Rosser fighting for it. Pugoy has it, but can't hang on to it. There's a foul.
Pugoy lost the basketball.
Got a good offense.
Oo, na naman.
Couldn't hold on to it.
Match up against RJ Abarientos. Meanwhile, Paul did the right thing. Ito, ang tangka ng Ginebra, umatake talaga sa loob ng tuloy-tuloy.
Now, ito rin i-review kung merong advantage na para bigyan ng
take foul.
Take foul. Pero mabilis ang decision.
56-50. In the meantime, 9:13 remaining. Castro is called for the take foul and he's up in arms, and look at John Reyes as well.
And automatic yan, 1 free throw plus possession. Nag-aapila si Castro kay crew chief na si Peter Balao. Pero ang tumawag, ang review noon ay si Lord Delisa. No, buong gabi, medyo naangal nila. And JB is the one who's going to take the free throw. Mahirap talaga mag-referee.
Walang kasing.
I wonder when they rate the most difficult professions in the world. In the top 20.
Doc and sir, dati nga dalawa lang ang referees, di ba?
Saan?
Dalawa lang ang referees dati.
Tapos naging tatlo, pero sa atin tatlo nga, may kasama pang isa.
May papalit
Apat
pa.
nga.
Buti lang, may Apple David tayo. Apple!
Couple of check and X marks lang for TNT according to assistant coach Sandy Ares-Pacochaga. Ang Ginebra nakadami ng offensive rebound ng first half. Buti na lang daw hindi masyadong nakakonvert into second chance points. They also need to play better perimeter defense and expect RJ Abarientos and Scotty Thompson na mas maging agresibo dito sa second half. It's good that they're getting the ball moving. They're also getting offensive rebounds and now they have to continue recognizing yung depensa na binibigay ng Ginebra and get good points at attack.
Thank you, Apple. Brownlee just scored points 23 and 24. Pugoy answered. Yes! That's it to roll.
Pareho yung...
Parang sila nang ginagawa.
Parehong puntos na ginawa nila galing sa poste. Na dinadaan-daan yung kanilang yung against the defender.
That's a difficult skill to master really. Shot making from that close. Before back to the basket. Oo, nakakapagod yan.
Here's Holt. He has a short pass. Troy bump. He goes up.
Tough shot.
Oh, and McCullough takes it away from all of them.
Troy struggling underneath the basket.
7 rebounds by McCullough.
Dok, si McCullough, mga 6'9 din to na napakahaba. Na mahusay din dumipensa.
Mataas sumalog.
Lob pass off Donna at close range.
Took a while.
9.
Took a while for him to find his scoring groove. Kaya malaking bagay yung unang bukso nitong si R.R. Pugoy.
Nice pass.
Can Troy finally knock one in from close range? He's jammed. Ball is knocked loose. It should stay there, and it will within
11 seconds on their shot clock. Jappets coming in for
Yes, looking for a better inside finisher. Looking for more height as well to match up against the streaking McCullough.
7-point lead by TNT. This is now their biggest lead in the game. Ginebra had a 12-point lead earlier. Barrientos cuts up the inside, can't get it to fall inside on the drive. Pugoy says, let's wait. Gonzalez Rosser to Pugoy, over to McCullough. Brownlee is in front of him. Shot clock reduced to 9, open, no. Rebound, Gonzalez Rosser, McCullough. Will he elevate? Yes, he will. Misses it badly. And it's on the floor. Another offensive rebound.
BGR is hurt.
May nakaapak ng paa siguro yan, kaya na-spray.
Sasabihin ko pa lang na hindi siya tumutulak pero nakakapulot, nakakabuhay ng bola. Bigla namang tumupi sa loob.
Baka kaya re-tape lang yan. May patulong na kaagad.
Ayan, nakatayo naman.
May re-tape yan.
Yan ba pag nire-rotate? Pagkatapos pa rin, spray, depende.
Kadalasan sa ayaw mong tanggalin eh. Yung tape, hihigpitan mo pa.
Noong old days, yung mga ibang players, ayaw mo. Kasi pag nasaktan ka, matutuluyan ka nun. Especially katulad nila Bernie Pabiosa.
Hindi nagtitape, no?
Ayaw nila.
Alam ko si Philip Cesar for a long time.
Ayaw nila noon kasi pag natuluyan ka nun, ano na,
tuhod na.
matagal ka na. Mapapahinga. Nice pass.
Bang! What a setup by Pugoy.
My.
McCullough slam dunk. And look at this. It's a 9-point lead by TNT Tropang 5G. And we will glide into a timeout after you take a second look at this.
41 points combined for Pugoy and McCullough. McCullough unstoppable when he gets that close to the basket.
Our value licensees, PBA Rush and Signal, World Balance, Daily Fantasy. PBA fans, we have a sold-out crowd here at the Sportman Coliseum tonight, and TV ratings on RBTV at an all-time high this season. finals of One Sports on YouTube. It's also a gift for the fans worldwide. Maraming salamat mga ka-PBA. Crowd attendance natin for tonight, 18,039. Mabuhay ang mga Pinoy! Mga ka-PBA, bigyan muna tayo ng t-shirt ulit. Is it ready to dance? Come on! This is the PBA t-shirt, come on! Once again, this Philippine Independence Day game is made possible by our event partners. Maraming salamat, Daily Fantasy!
Yeah, I think that's the key was our defense. Jordan had a good shooting night, and he really kept us in the ball game in the first half when McCullough was struggling. But I think the combination of Jordan's shooting and the scoring of the other players outside of McCullough with our defense kept us in the ball game, gave us a chance to pull it off in the end.
Back with us here. Game will continue shortly as we check on what McCollum has done here in games 3 and 4.
Yun ang binabanggit natin na 44 points nga yun, pero 41 naman nung game si Justin Brown. But McCullough really has 24 here, no?
Yung bench scoring ang naging matindi para sa team ng TNT dun sa Game 4 na panalo with 41 points coming off the bench. 24 meanwhile for the Gin Kings.
Si Kabutin is seeing action again. Medyo pinahinga dyan si, nasaktan na si,
When Wallace
Roset, no?
Abadiantos really needs to get going also for Ginebra again.
Has to take more shots, really.
Pugoy. Nambata. Pugoy looks inside, has something in mind. Hang time.
My.
Yeah. Great protection ang ginawa niya. Nakataas yung kanyang right knee. Kalapit.
Siya ang biggest difference maker. Walang perimeter player dito sa Ginebra na pumumuto. Siya naman para sa TNT now with 19 points.
And the biggest lead of TNT is on the board with an 11-point advantage. Turn around, JB gets it to buy.
They need those 2 points. Yan ang kailangan. That's what keeps them in the game.
Pero willing i-give up yun ng TNT kaysa mag-help, mag-double at iwanan yung mga 3-point shooters ng Ginebra.
McCullough looking for the basketball. Japet watching his every move. Pugoy and Brownlee reunited. 3. No. And there's a rebound foul underneath.
Fault yata ang tatawagan ng foul din.
I think yan ang value na lumalaban ka kahit nasa inside position yung katapat mo.
Yeah. Isa pa yan, Ronnie, we know that if you take a long shot from 3-point or 4-point territory on one angle, the rebound is going to be on the right side, you know. And that's exactly where nakapwesto doon si Calvin Octavio.
Nakita niya yung tracking ng bola, yung direction. Ang nag-face guard kasi si Holt in that last sequence.
But only one team foul apiece para sa dalawang pupunan dito sa third quarter.
With 5:30 to go. In the meantime, pull up ng Bata. Bounces on the rim, collected by Japet Aguilar.
Those are easy shots for Bata that he can't make at this stage.
Ayaw mahulog, Just the first rebound of Japet. Close range. Here comes Brownlee now with 26.
Brownlee talaga. Back-to-back baskets for Justin Brownlee.
Take overtime. Or Magic Brownlee. 4 points, 4 straight against the defense of Kubuntin.
McCullough's favorite spot. Stutter step, pulls up for a 3.
First in 6 attempts from the 3-ball. Good response kasi kala natin na check na siya ni Japet Aguilar.
27 for McCullough. 10-point lead by Tropang 5G. Here we go again with Brownlee. It's Kubuntin watching him. Japet, hook shot. There is a foul on the arm. Could be McCullough. He's grimacing.
Yeah. Second personal foul. Pero maganda yung cut ni Japet from the weak side.
Yes.
Basta kaagad ni, kasi nakasag na kaagad dito si McCullough.
3-pointer brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Yun ang hinahanap ni Coach Tim Cone, yung somebody who plays off Justin Brownlee who can score from that spot. Kasi si Troy kanina ay nahirapan.
Samantala, we can go now to Apple David.
Brandon Canuela's roster sustained a right ankle sprain. He went back to the locker room, magpapa-retape lang muna and depende daw sa pain tolerance niya kung makakabalik pa siya sa larong ito. Sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Apple David, for that update on Brandon Canuela's roster.
Ito pa yung isang binabanggit mo dahil si Hoff hindi nakaka-score. Ginamit niya ito si Abis.
Oo, ginamit din ni Coach.
So medyo matapang lumaban ito.
So action in game 2 in that experiment they did, remember, Jack to Jay?
Yeah, and he was responsible with some Silabo and all of them to get them back into the ball game.
He had 11 minutes, 4 points there. Also played in game 4 and scored 4 points.
Meron lang siyang laging sa dulo na isang pagkakamali na costly in both games.
There's Abis collecting that board.
Macalo is beginning to fall in love again with the 3-point shot.
Kasi mas mahusay at mas malaki si Aguilar kung yung depensa sa kanya.
Macalo gets the miss of Justin Brownlee. Oftana looking at the hoop, sees a small gap, unable to fill it.
Good defense by Scotty Thompson without fouling.
Yes.
Good help.
We're down to 3 and 50. Brownlee grinding, gets score. McCullough with a hand on it. Loose ball foul on who? Malamang, ano?
That's the second team foul para sa Chin Kings. Kayuran sa loob.
Oh. Watch this. You can see it from underneath. Ayun, we shove off.
McCullough with 27, Brownlee with 26.
Feeling ko parang natural human reaction. Ano? When you put an elbow on another person, pag umiwalay, biglang sumasama yung kamay mo.
Lalo na pag umangat sa area, talaga mabubura yan.
Oo. Pagkala.
Another one.
Nope.
Well, there are other places to go to, you know, kung hindi pumapasok yun.
Yes, Brownlee going exclusively and scores, make a sabak foul.
Nagpapa-challenge siya eh. Wala na silang challenge.
A simple screen assist ni RJ Barrientos delayed Kubuntil. Tried to fight over that ball screen given by RJ Barrientos to free up the left side driving lane para kay Justin Brown.
Just the smallest amount of space he needs to fill it up, you know?
Kasi bangga. Nakakapanghina rin talaga pag napakarami at paulit-ulit.
Ang bato na bibiyak din.
Pero ito, kinakarga na ni Brownlee itong Ginebra dito sa third.
Itong quarter dito.
Here's a McDonald's free throw. McDonald's, love ko to.
Napalakas.
May pagod na rin, kaya bumalik na rin si Arpogoy.
Inagi si Kabutin. Kasi ang depensa niya kay Brownlee, hindi na nagugustuhan.
Yes.
Nagpa-foul si Abis. Free throw si Pugoy.
Wala pa sila.
Hindi pa. Akala ko meron dito. Layo pa. Sorry.
Ito, malaki na kay Pugoy ito, pero pinopostingan pa rin.
Gulang ang ginagamit.
Malakas. Veterano.
Experience.
Saan galing ko si Abis?
Perpetua. Layo ni Olsen.
Pugoy. Sinusundan ni Abis. Kinikot. Wow! What a shot!
Wow, and wow. 21 for Pugoy.
A spectacular shot. Whirling, wheeling, and dealing into Brownlee. 10-footer. Goes.
Brownlee, 30 points in the ball game already.
11 here in the third para kay Brownlee.
May 2.5 minutes to go pa.
Makola naman 7 dito sa third quarter. 7 sa kabuang 19 points.
Create separation, falls and misses.
Yes, you're right, Doc is beginning to miss.
Magaling talaga si Tim. Hindi niya papayagan na libre ka ng libre, tira ka ng tira. Put the bigger guy on you.
And a foul.
You can say that Aguilar has been very effective against Chris McCullough.
It will be reviewed. No? Referee Guta making the call. Malamang ano rin ito. Baka breakaway pa nga ito.
Ito naman, alam na ni ng Batak. Mag-screen naman si RJ. Chinempuhan na niya.
Here's another look at that last foul ng Batak. Swiping it away and then Brownlee.
Wala pa yatang putos ito sinang Batak. This could be a good chance for him if he gets
Wala pa.
It's just it's not a takeaway. It's not a, and look at Chot Reyes. Because earlier, look at Jason Castro. Something happened earlier of similar nature.
Yeah. Ibig sabihin, walang tinawag na ano?
Wala. Okay, we are into a break. 6-point lead by TNT Tropang 5G here in the third.
Tap, send, bazooka! Put your hands up in the air! Come on!
Save no more and pila no more.
Taas ka man!
Tap, send, your remittance special.
Para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padala to the Philippines, download Tap Tap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. Get an additional $20 on your first send. O dito naman tayo, put your hands up! Souvenir shirts, courtesy of Tap Tap Send. Come on!
Right now, it's like when RJ's on the floor by himself, he plays really well. And then Scotty's on the floor by himself, he plays really well. But what we need them to do is to really figure each other out and learn to play together and still get their own, their stuff going, despite one or the other guy being on the floor. We got to spend more time doing it in practice and getting them into a rhythm in practice, so they can learn how to play off each other a little bit more. So their skills should mesh. So it's just a matter of time, I think, before we can get them to mesh.
That's great, analysis of what his team is. Hindi nga nagsasabay pang pumuputok yan eh.
Oo nga. And here's the comparison for tonight so far.
Ito ni isa, wala pa. But of course, you know about the fourth quarter heroics na capacity ng parehong manlalaro.
Heading shot, scoops out, and Cook collects the rebound. We're down below 2 minutes here.
Penalty ng Barangay Ginebra.
Here's Abarientos trying to lose Santana.
Oh, wow.
He loses the basketball instead. Here's this rush down by Nambata. McCullough sees a crack in the defensive wall, and he was clipped going in.
Now that's what you like an import to do. Shoot sa labas. Right? Especially pag penalty ang kalaban, you're 6'9", you go in.
Napakahirap talaga.
The chances of going to the free throw.
Hirap depensa handok pag yung galing sa trail post, tapos pababa.
Lahat ng momentum nasa iyo. Of course, you have to make your free throws.
Kaya pala pa na yung bigay mo kay Bobby Parks na ano.
Hirap ang pensa, malalakasin.
Okay, free throw brought to you by McDonald's. Love ko to. Si Bobby naman kung ano-ano ginagawa niya. Split from the line. It's a 7-point lead. 28. Here to see.
7 pa lamang itong lamang nila. Plenty of time before the end of the third quarter.
124 pa eh.
Elbow ISO for Brownlee.
Ayan ang magandang defense. Front team all the way. Just didn't make it. Rebound. McCullough's arm nearly yanked off. but they get the rebound. That's the most crucial thing.
Ilang matchup na ito kay Justin Brownlee. Pogoy, Pobontin. Now it's Oftana.
Minsan si Makolo.
Nambata tries his courageous best, but misses.
Hirap na hirap talaga si Nambata.
Tama naman ang galing.
By the way, si pabalik niya ata si BGR.
46 seconds remain. ISO on the right flank.
Nice shot.
Mastering him.
Perfect. I've always believed that every time we get to that spot in the middle, that's the best spot to score.
32 points, matching his number, of course.
2 more plays coming up for us. Nakapura ito.
Heading scoops it up, misses it at the last moment.
Ganyan talaga yan eh. Well, if he's good, he's good. If not, he's nothing. Scoring-wise.
After a 29-point game sa Game 4 na panalo. On 5 of 11 shooting.
May foul to give ito.
Abarientos. His pass a little too strong. Abis. No shot yet. Abis. No. 3 quarters of game number 5 have been played. And again, the winner of this series in game number 5 usually has a good chance of winning it in game 6 and sometimes all the way to game 7. But we're getting ahead of the story. A 4th quarter awaits us.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Okay, time to summarize game number 5. The perimeter with Makolo scoring almost at will there till he started missing.
Thank you, partner. Plus 19 ang TNT dyan, no? 5G plus 19, so that's big. Sa kabila, si Brownlee lang talaga medyo kumakana ng maganda para sa kanila. 32 points. But 28 points na si Makolo with 11 rebounds. So that's big. And Pogoy has really been big for them in this ball game, partner. Huh?
Sobra. 5 points in game 4. Then tonight, an explosion of 21.
Has only missed 5 shots tonight. Definitely a big difference maker para sa TNT. Down in the first quarter, suddenly coming alive in quarter 2 as they were able to win that quarter against Ginebra 33-23.
The interesting irony, when he scores 20 plus, they've lost 2 games. 22 points in the first game and 28 in game number 3. He scored 10 in game number 10 in game number 2 and only 5 in game number 4. But that's Bhutan Academic as we are in the final quarter of game 5. Look at the big drive, and Macaulay's getting more and more courageous and aggressive going to the basket.
First of all, they put in Castro right away. No? Sinama na kaagad si Castro at saka si BGR. They took out Getting and Batak. No? Pero you can see immediately, ginamit si Norbert Torres to defend. You know, to give them sort of para mapahinga si Japet at saka hindi nag-click si Troy. Pero si Norbert cannot guard Macalo from the outside. So ang atake ng TNT was pass to him on the outside and let him drive in right away.
Para naman sa Ginebra, wala si RJ Barrientos to start out the fourth. It's Scotty Thompson playing the guard. Point guard position for Ginebra to open up the fourth and final.
And a free throw brought to you by McDonald's. Love ko to.
Big charities na naman dito si Macalo. No? So, 6-point lead. Oh!
Goodbye.
Defensive breakdown.
And Abis with his first set of points in this game.
Iba yung tumakbo ka eh. Siyempre, nakalimutan ka ng kalaban, hindi ka kilala eh.
Played in Game 2 and Game 4 as we mentioned.
Sabi nga nila, Doc, ang mabilis tumakbo, nabibiyayaan.
Correct. Here's McCullough shaking free!
Ang gagawin niya talagang sasaksakan si Norbert Torres. Eh.
Import na ang bantayan.
McCullough with 31. Brownlee with 32. Penetration. He has now 34.
Talagang binubuhat. Justin is trying to keep them in the ball game.
Yung heavy lifting na sinasabi.
Even with that much local support, he's able to keep them just one possession away dito sa TNT.
Shot clock reduced to 10. Castro trying to make a strategic decision. He finds a small gap. He's blocked by Brownlee.
Ganda ng timing ni JB doon.
Sakto eh, no?
Kilala niya si Jason Castro. Matagal na rin siya dito.
Jason trying to yank it free. And he's hoping that... I don't think it's a goaltending for his attempt.
Well, of course, they always review that. Hindi pa bumabante. At saka paakyat pa lang.
Huli.
Huli. Mukhang may diferensya si mukhang hindi kaya.
Masakit.
Kaya pinalik si Heading para kay BGR.
Sabi nga ni Apple sa ulat niya kanina, susubukan, bumalik. Minsan, the player will say, kaya ko, tolerance-wise, pero pag tumakbo na, wala eh.
Oftana has not rested the whole of the second half. Played the entire third quarter, scored 4 points.
We're going to have You're going to have an announcement.
Wala talagang goaltending. Review lang yan because automatic protocol ng PBA yan. In a dead ball situation, they want to do it as quickly as possible. So, Optana dito, pinalitan naman Galinato to have a bigger guy also.
To also give him a rest. RJ pala, Barrientos played 12 minutes straight dun sa third quarter, kaya rin muna pinahinga.
Co-providing the screen, pocket pass, too far away from Crew, taken away by Galinato. Here comes Jason, the blur, all the way. Yes!
Yung hinagis na lang.
Pero alam niya, you have to get to that spot.
Pero Heaven answered.
Yeah.
Just knows what to do in this type of a situation.
He's the blur that you see.
Oh,
not outwork. And picked up downstairs by Pugoy. That's 3 rebounds. Castro, he's partially open. There's a whistle underneath.
Foul on JB.
It's on Scotty Thompson.
Alam mo yung pagod ni Jason Castro. Hindi lang niya pinapahalata pero alam mo.
Game 5 na ito, partner. 2-0 lang score.
Kaya ibabalik na si Barrientos.
Apple go.
Klaro yung gusto mangyari ni Coach Chot Reyes. Pagurin sa depensa si Justin Brownlee telling his players keep on attacking JB. Si Coach Timko naman, just keep battling. Get those rebounds pag nakakaroon ng TNT. Tulad nito, don't panic, don't be in a rush. Know when to push the ball and know when to slow down. We'll be back with more of your PBA.
Okay, here is a vignette, as we call it, for R.R. Pugoy and the story of his career. And drafted by the Tropa in 2016. And look at this, we tend to forget that he was a PBA Rookie of the Year.
Ano yan, special draft yan eh. Parang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yan eh. Yung lima yan, si Pugoy, napunta dyan. Meron napunta sa Meralco, may napunta
Ed Dakiwag yun, Dok.
Oh, may napunta sa NLEX. You know, special draft yan nun eh.
Pero ito, special player din talaga ito. Minted, decorated, and has proven that he has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Multiple PBA champion din itong former Tamaraw standout, just like RJ Barrientos.
Parang siya sa akin, he reminds me of, although it's not the same. Parang yung Isaiah Thomas ng Detroit Pistons, na maganda pa smile. Magaling na, maganda pa smile.
Idol ko yun, Dok.
The original
Hindi
Isaiah.
nakakainis yun.
Sobrang paborito.
Yung pala Larry Bird calls him Cheesy. Nickname niya. Para kay, although nagkaroon sila ng gulo ng bandang dulo ng karir nila pareho. Anyway,
Foul. Si Macalo naman ang pinabantay ngayon kay Brownlee. Kaya papalit-palit. Yun ang siguro sinasabi sa atin ni Apple kanina. Yung special. May local, may import, iba-ibang local na ginagamit against
different looks.
Ito kasi, Doc, after timeout play.
Pero ilang fouls niya? 4?
4.
So hindi nababantay kay Brownlee mo.
Brownlee 3. Kaya
papasok si Kelly.
Laking kawalan din si BGR talaga kung isipin mo.
Ang bangga eh.
Ang dami pinulot na rebound ito.
Tsaka nawala na yung fouling niya after yung umpisa niyan, 2 kaagad.
Kaya lang, natapilok naman.
Pero ito si Kelly, may respeto ng referee ito. Hindi basta tinatawagan ng foul ito. Hindi, totoo yan. Experience yan. Veterano yan. Hindi basta tinatawagan yan.
Justin Brownlee, his brother Stanley, and his son Jay. Okay.
Laki na ng batang yan, sir. Dito na lumaki yan eh.
Tsaka maglalaro dito.
Malamang. Parang si Ray Ray Parks.
Maglalaro sa eskwelahan niya.
In the meantime, outside shot, heading, rails in a tray.
Kaya pag pumutok, may malaki na problema ng barangay.
Onse na to, Doc.
Kasi hindi nakakatulong yan at saka sinambatak kanina pa.
Pero unang pasok Kelly Williams with an impact play on that pass back para kay Jordan Edding.
Edding, as Ronnie pointed out, has scored 11, close range. Put in by Troy Rosario, now has 8 points.
Yan talagang diniin niya.
Oo.
Ayoko na mag-mintis ng gano'n.
Sinigurado.
At nakita na rin niya kung anong kailangan after was taken out, seeing the game from a different perspective.
McCullough is bottled up. Back to Castro on the outside. Pugoy. Short. But does that really work, Ronnie? When they're drawn out, you have a different...
Yes, sir. Minsan makaka-relax ka, mas makikita mo kung ano yung pagkakamali mo.
In the meantime, Kelly left behind by the defensively, and Brownlee escaped. The lead is slashed down to 5. Brownlee with 38.
Back-to-back inside shots given up by TNT. Timeout sila, 5 na lang kalamangan nila. Under 8 minutes ang natitira.
TNT Tropang 5G trying to defend their ground. They're in the lead by 5, and they consider this unfinished business. But what an opponent they have in Ginebra. These are the last 2 teams standing, and we are down to the final 2 games perhaps of this series. Just when we were beginning to enjoy it. No such thing as a best of 13. We'll be back shortly.
Mga kababayan, show your energy for our Tap Tap Energy Camp! Take a look at the big screen right now at sabihin sa mga kamag-alak abroad to send money to the Philippines with Tap Tap Send and get additional $20 on your first send. Para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na padala to the Philippines, download Tap Tap Send, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. Say hello to the camera and show your energy. oras na para sa ating PBA.
Substitution, Alvin Ofana for Kelly Williams.
Below 8 minutes here in the final quarter. It's a 5-point lead by TNT Tropang 5G. They overcame as much as a 12-point lead in the first half and the second quarter, specifically by Ginebra. In the meantime, here's McCullough. Heading, rushing. Castro. Up against the Barrientos. Puts it against the glass and taps it in very nicely.
He did exactly the same thing he did earlier. Binato na lang, bahala na.
Naka-escape eh.
Pero again, getting to that spot.
Yeah.
The acceleration may not, rather the burst may not be there, yung burst of speed.
And Ronnie, he knew the time left on the shot.
Sukat na sukat.
And the hand action that was needed to put the shot.
And the challenge is on RJ Barrientos to put the cup on Jason Castro.
Scotty, no.
Nako.
It's a foul from behind by Troy Rosario, most likely.
Ang ilan na ito ni Troy? Pangatlo.
Save pa siya. It's Macalo that is in all foul trouble. 4 na yan.
That was a huge conversion coming from Jason Castro.
Gives them a 7-point lead.
Veteranong-veterano.
Sino?
Jason Castro. Turning 40 end of June. No problem.
Malapit na.
Libre at this time. And the rebound collected by RJ.
Has to look for his shots. Barrientos.
Yes. Yes. Danced in the box and found a way to get it inside.
So important for him to see the ball go through the basket, as they say.
And get to the line.
And he's a very good free throw shooter.
Among the best. Forcing the contact. And again, good decision para kay Court na hanapin si Barrientos in the open court.
Malakas ang loob ko eh. Alam ko yung mga katulad ni Ronnie, Johnny, yung magagaling sa free throw yan.
Average of 20 in the series. It's still a long way to go.
Ano yan, sir? Almost 500 points. Top scoring local.
And it's going to be a holding foul at the back there.
Imagine mo, sumunod sa kanya, 300 points, Sinoku. Mahusay ang pinamalas ni mahusay talaga yun.
Laki na, lakas na rin ang kumpiyansa.
Any revelations in this one?
Yeah. The PBA is in good hands because the recruits and the youngsters are really good. And we're going to get some more on the next draft.
The future is in good hands, so to speak.
Oh.
Heading! No, it won't curl inside.
But a foul is called against Isiton Brownlee.
Yes, sir.
Foul on number 32, Justin.
Apang-apat na.
Apat.
And his fourth foul.
Alam mo, mabigat rin ito si Heading pag umatake ito eh. Kasi he's quite tall.
Nakaliwat ka.
And he's left-handed.
Explosive
left and
pa.
right siya, yeah. So he's not a very easy guy to defend when he's going to the basket.
This is the #1 free throw shooter in the Commissioner's Cup, over 90%.
Apple has a report.
Jordan Heading is a type of player who doesn't force things. Yung 29-point production niya last game, he said, opportunity presenting itself. And dagdag na doon, encouraging daw talaga yung mga teammates niya for him to be aggressive. Pero, isa pa daw malaking dahilan is that this has been the longest stretch na healthy siya. He's not feeling anything. If matatandaan natin, medyo natagal siya makarecover dun sa back and ankle injury niya. Balik sa inyo.
And he's playing well. Not bothered by those. Thank you, Apple. Here's a shot clock down to 4. Barrientos waltzing, twirling, twisting. Falls just short. Leaving it short. Picked up from the floor by Castro.
Yung bakbakan sa rebound.
Oh.
There's a collision.
And because they're in penalty, that's free throw shots for Macalo.
Mukhang tuhod sa tuhod, but
si medyo na
napagsakan.
Si Holt.
Si RJ parang napagsakan ni Macalo. Tignan natin. Ito, tutulak ni Troy.
Yun, ang hyperextend yung...
Nahagip.
Oo. I haven't used that word. Nahagip. Okay.
Anong ibig sabihin sir?
Ewan ko sa'yo, ikaw nagsasalita.
Throwback
Ewan ko sa'yo. RJ Aborientos, a bit of a struggle, but tonight that's what he has done so far.
Tama yan. Linis pa na mabuti.
Housekeeping time.
Pare, I look at the pinadala ni Chu. We have about a little over 18,000 again here. But I'm looking at the standing room ng upper box. At least that's 500. Tapos may standing room rin doon sa ating gallery. Kaya nga, I would think it's closer to about 19,000. Dahil yun, wala nang upuan yung mga sa paikot dyan eh. Buong paikot ng lower, ng upper box. Puno eh.
Diyan ako dati nanonood, Doc, at Sir ng Crispa Toyota.
Ako nung una ako nag-umpisa dito. Well, because I had a team, right? So,
Yes, sir.
okay naman. I'm always watching at the lower box kasi doon makikita mo mabuti ang play.
Yung takbo ng play. No?
Yan nga yung scouting spot na
Ako nag-umpisa dyan.
I was here, Araneta Coliseum, 1977, when they had that great battle. Nagsuntukan sila sa ilalim, and all of them ended up in Camp Grande.
Sir, ang tanong ko, dati ba smoking was allowed?
Yes,
right?
it was.
Wow.
That's why all the videos from the Araneta back then are all hazy. And Joe Cantata used to say, yan na lang ang kaya kong gawin. Ano ba kayo? In the meantime, Bradley, kaya kong gawin to.
40 na ginagawa ni Brownlee. 40.
Remarkable.
Only down by 5. Plenty of time.
That slowed down a bit.
Yeah, he had 41 in Game 3 when they won 116 to 102. Castro is free, but McCullough doesn't want to give it to him in the corner. No, and here comes Ginebra.
Castro was wide open, deep left corner.
Brownlee considering the options. Scotty, they will go to Brownlee almost exclusively here. ISO. Turn around. No. Follow up Scotty. No. And the rebound in the hands of Pugoy. Here comes Castro. Heading gives it back to Jason.
Malaki respeto kay Jason. Iba yung tinitira.
Yes.
niya.
Nahanap ng mismatch si Jason at yan ay RJ laban kay Oftana. Nako. Rare miscue from Jason.
Yeah.
Not too many turnovers, but this one could be critical. 4:34 to go. And what a night it has been here at the Araneta Coliseum. Of course, the PBA started here 50 years ago, and to this day, and there was a stretch where it was not its home. But we are glad to be doing this tonight, Game 5 of the Commissioner's Cup Finals. Back in a moment.
How about this bubble right now? Come on! Siyempre, kayo naman PBA! How about it this time? Come on, guys! Yards! Si Kuya naman at si Ate naka-blue. Ate! Kuya! Come on! And wow!
I thought Calvin played excellent defense. He was the first guy we put in to guard Scotty, and then he had a lot of time as well on RJ, on Ron J. So when you defend a guy like that, it really takes a toll on your defense, on your offense. So, you know, there's just that balancing act that we always have to weigh.
This is interesting. Which coach will enter the press room later and do the press conference for the winner? This is undecided with 4:34 to go. Oftana has 9 points, 5 boards, 4 of 10 shooting.
You know, I don't think he's really being defended that heavily, but I would think that talagang medyo nawala yung kanyang scoring sack. Napunta kay Pugoy.
Although yung second game, mambihira yung pinakita niya.
Hindi yung Oftana because they set him up. He has taken some good shots, you know.
Yun yung concern ni Tinko. Sana sabay na pumutok si Abariantes at si Scotty.
Correct. Same way sila. They're hoping na sumabay si Pugoy at saka si Oftana.
Oftana had 31 in game 2.
And that's it. That's the only big game he's had.
Abariantes bottled up. Scotty dancing in the air. Underneath, Troy nowhere to go. Partially blocked by McCullough.
Medyo aliwin na yung tira, no? Hindi na kontrolado yun.
Hindi niya kita yung goal actually, no? Tansya na lang ng sitwasyon dun.
Big stop yun para sa TNT. To save that turnover from Jason Castro earlier.
A number on the box. You saw that? What's the call?
That's not a good foul because they're in the penalty. That sends McCullough to the free throw line. Well, he has split 2 of the last 4 free throws that were given to him.
Halos nakatayo lang si McCullough.
But he also hit him in the arm.
Yes.
Could have easily been called.
Free throw scenario between the two teams. 6-point lead.
Second 40-point game of the series para kay Justin Brownlee.
Pahingayin ulit si Oftana. You know, there's 3:55 left and they'll put Kabutin there to help defend against Justin Brownlee.
Jason, pinahinga din ni Reynan Bata.
And it's a 7-point game with 3:55 remaining in the fourth quarter of game number 5. Brownlee drives hard, wants to go all the way, will score, may foul.
Wala siyang kahirap-hirap kay Kabutin today. Kaya Kabutin does not know how to defend against him. Just give enough fouls or
The kind of effort na ginagawa ni Brownlee. Siya nagbababa ng bola, siya ang atake, siya ang i-score.
Tapos mag-free-throw pa.
42 to lead all scorers tonight.
Expression ng araw ako, nagtanim ako, nag-ani, ako pa nagluto. Pero kaya dapat ako lang kakain. Pero ito, kaayod talaga. Justin Brownlee, 43.
I'm sure that he does not feel good about what happened last game. Kaya talagang binubuhos niya.
Saka iba yung madadalawang sunod ka eh.
TNT still in the lead by 4. McCullough to Heading. Heading momentarily free. We go to the corner, pull up. No. Oh, Nyambata flying like he was on a magic carpet. Did not crash. That's good. Here's Brownlee. He'll go all the way. You know where he's going. And listen to this crowd roar. Justin Brownlee putting on a show again, carrying the Ginebra team on his back, his shoulders, and everything that's available. He has 45 points tonight, and he's brought his team within 2 points of the lead of TNT Tropang 5G. And including a 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
There are some couple of substitutions after that timeout. 5 straight points, Sep, ang ginawa niya kay Kabutin. Tumira pa si Kabutin na kaya nga major. So we have Jason Castro and Octana back into the ball.
Mahirap pagsabayin na wala yung dalawa sa loob. Look at this heavy lifting coming from Brownlee. Double figures in almost every quarter tonight.
Except the second, no?
But still close to double figures.
I don't know what they're paying him, but it's everything.
Yeah.
Dapat. Tama lang.
Every cent, peso, whatever.
Ito with limited local support.
Shot clock reduced to 7. Heading, stutter step, Pogoy 3. Short, ball is loose. Octana saves it, gives it to Pogoy.
Outstanding work from Octana.
Actually, he could even gone to the backcourt. Allowed yan sa rebound play.
But it won't work.
Can you believe it?
Lost it, regained it.
Nagbintis na layup rin.
Chance for Ginebra to tie or go into the lead. They're going to the one place that can provide them that basket. Brownlee, Pogoy on him. Brownlee, no! Brownlee, no!
No out.
No basket. I don't think. Is it counted? Is it?
No, it's not counted. But the foul was already called before. Look at that shoving downstairs. Look at that shoving. Ito yung follow-up eh.
Foul on Pogoy.
So both teams in penalty.
Penalty, so free throw shots yan.
Unstoppable at this stage is Justin Brownlee.
And this remains undecided, really.
Yeah. It's a long way to go. 2 minutes and 13 and multiple timeouts pa available to both coaches.
Napakahusay. 13 of the 24 quarter points ng Ginebra galing kay Justin Brownlee. Ilang sunod-sunod na yan, bawat possession, puro kay Brownlee.
Almost exclusively.
Yes.
Kumapit pa.
1-point lead. This place is a buzz. We are tied. Castro will set the table. Heading. This is back to 0 for both clubs. Last 2 minutes. Heading. Castro. Touch pass to Pogoy. Castro 3. No. There's a foul underneath.
Oh, wow.
It will be against Octana. Look at the jostling underneath.
Now big free throws coming up for another good free throw shooter. But he missed the first one.
Very quiet tonight.
Yeah.
Not many shots taken.
Meron lang yata sa isang layup eh, early the first quarter.
The big game Holt had was the third when he had 23.
to be named as the best player in that win.
Yeah.
Sa Gin King.
I remember 15 points sa first quarter yun. Total of 20-something for the game. Pero yung first
23,
quarter niya,
no?
grabe.
Did not score in game 1, had 1 point in game 2, 5 points in game 4.
Oh!
McCullough embraces the rebound.
Wow! 2 missed free throws. Tabla tayo. What a pressure game right now.
Yes, no doubt.
Castro drives hard, loses the ball. This crowd will rock should Ginebra scored on this offensive set. And why not go to Brownlee? He's done everything so far in the fourth.
Nag-switch siya, import to import na.
Brownlee gives them the lead. .47 points by Justin Brownlee.
That was supposed to be the best matchup against Justin Brownlee. But let's take a look at what happened in the previous play. Castro tried to create. Castro lost the basketball. McCullough ended up with Brownlee.
Sorry, Ronnie. Timeout taken by TNT Tropang 5G. We watched this Panalo play of the game. Atid sa inyo on TNT. And they have the lead, 89-87. And we are going into a break. Back with us here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Barangay Ginebra playing catch-up. Now leads 89-87. The top 5 all-time import scoring leaders. Norman Black continues to be ahead of Bobby Parks, and Justin Brownlee is at number 4 all-time, the all-time list.
Those are elite names that we're seeing.
Yung Lawrence Massey sa Ginebra rin. Yan laro yan.
Galing yan, Doc, no?
Yeah, but he didn't play the big conference. JB has been playing both big and small import conference. For 10 seasons na ngayon yan.
Commissioners and Governors Cup.
Yeah, well, in the beginning, hindi. Pero the last 3 or 4 years, he's been playing 2 conferences a year.
At itong si Justin Brownlee has scored 17 points here in the fourth. That's 17 of the 24 points for the Gin Kings here in the fourth.
Well, let's see if they try to get McCullough going again, no? Because those are great numbers.
Grabe, 34 attempts. Kasi kinakailangan niya dahil kulang nga sa local support.
Scoring, lalo na si Barrientos. Well, ball game is far from over.
Walang iba, di ba?
Against si Scotty, hindi pa pumapalo sa double figures. Meanwhile, si Roger Pugoy has stopped scoring at 21. McCullough's been contained to 34.
Correct. And nangyayari, Ginebra's going porsyento here. Might as well get into the best source of points. Here's McCullough. Stutter step, Brownlee on top of him. Will they double? No. Here's Castro. Over to Pugoy on the other end. Pugoy with a crossover. The hang time shot. It's in, it's out, it's in.
Parang siya import dun sa kabila.
Bantayado ni Brownlee si McCullough, pero si Harold Pugoy using his foot speed to beat the defense of Troy Rosario.
Oh, nice getaway.
And Pugoy with 23. Nabitawan ni Troy.
Sobra yung tapek ni Oftana.
Yeah, they will review that, no? Tama yun. There might have been some contact there on that shot by Troy Rosario.
Ganda ng drop pass ni RJ Barrientos.
Si Barrientos kasi laging threat di ba? He can score.
Pero magaling pumasa rin.
Oo, magaling pumasa.
Nakapasok ka talaga dun sa loob, maraming pwedeng mangyari.
Averaging 5 assists in the finals, but I know he can do more.
Throwing the help. Open up Rosario underneath.
Bitawan nga ni Troy.
Bitawan, oh.
So kaninong bola, ini-review. Matagal ang review.
Sabi nga ni Magu, pag matagal, mahirap din. Oh, ayun, mabilis na.
Same ball, same ball.
Tabla-tabla!
Timeout para kay Coach Tim.
One of his last two. So here we go. We'll hang on to the broadcast time. In any event, game number 6 will happen on Sunday.
Dito rin, sir, no?
I think so.
Araneta.
Yeah. Game 7. Kung may game 7, MOA. Kung may game 7 on the 17th. Kung hindi, matatapos na yan on the 14th for one of the two teams. No?
Yes, you're right, gentlemen.
Whoever wins tonight, half a step
By
closer.
that time, one team will be at 3.
Yeah, one team will be playing for the championship. We just don't know kung sino.
Yeah. Close to 19,000. Yeah, 18,039 is the
Yan
official count.
sinasabi ko yan, pero tinitignan ko yung ano eh. Punong-puno yung upper box na standing room only.
At saka tradition dito sa Araneta, pag last 2 minutes, papunta na yung tao sa exits eh. Kasi nag-uunahan papunta sa tren, sa mga jeep, sa mga sasak sa parking.
Pero pare, holiday ngayon, tapos bukas Sabado, no work tomorrow.
Bagay, no?
Baka dumiretso na sila sa out of town after ng laro. So, tapos babalik sa linggo para manood.
7:30 pa naman yun.
Tama ba, Doc?
Very long timeouts by both squads.
So such a joy when we had the military teams, and the police also performed at halftime. That was such a joyful number. Ayan, nakaabang na. Uuwi na yun eh.
Madami nakatayo, pare.
Yung Ginebra, 17 points lang sa third quarter, pero dito winning the fourth. 24 against 19, mainly to the efforts of Justin Brownlee.
One season when I was not in the PBA, I watched up there sa taas. When our compadre Sonny Barrios was the commissioner, I was writing my article for the Inquirer. Tinamaan ako ng t-shirt, toss na sa Paul, boom!
Inuwi mo, sir?
Yeah, I wrote about it, and then our commissioner Sonny said, "What are you doing upstairs?" Eh, iba yung kakwentuhan sa taas, eh. Iba yung enjoy dyan eh.
Masaya din dyan, sir. Sanay ako dyan.
Oo. Sa Rizal Memorial, doon ako sa may scoreboard.
Ako talagang sanay dyan sa Rizal Memorial. Nung araw, kahit may pera ka, wala kang ticket makukuha sa baba. Mga old
Saka bilihan ng Doc doon lang sa bago pumasok.
Saka love ko doon yung manood ng baseball kasama ng mga seniors. In the meantime, Brownlee, tabla tayo at 89. Separation. Turn around. No. Bacala collects the miss.
That's a big stop, ha? Pero wala pa ito. 2-4-1 pa rin yung ginawa ng Barangay Ginebra. Binigay yung bola kay Heading, ha? Siya magtatawag ng play.
Goes to McCullough. Heading, thinking about it. Will he pull up? He's tied. No. The lead pass. Oh, it gets in the hands of Pugoy. Lots of time. 16 seconds. No chance to call a timeout. Into the corner. Heading. Jason Costa short. 4/10 of a second remaining.
Pwede mag-timeout. At i-review yan kung ilan pa natitirang oras.
Jason had a good look, huh?
Yeah.
You know, when we were in our locker room earlier, I kind of had a feeling this might go into overtime. It was due to happen, actually. But we have still some time left, and Dr. J is correct. There will be a review as to how much time exactly is left.
This was the last play. before this lull. A defensive stop leading to a bad pass. But eventually, Jason Castro will miss this attempt to win the game for TNT.
Diretso eh. Umangat lang ng konti, baka may chance. We're still tied at 89. Dinagdagan at 0.2. Remember game number 1 where Oftana had a chance and it looks... Sige, pabayaan natin yung mga teams makadiskarte, ano ha?
Ladies and gentlemen, official time remaining 0.6 seconds.
Okay, gentlemen, here we go with the last 0.6.
Pero itong 0.6 is almost gonna have to be an alley-oop play because catch and shoot, kailangan si Abarientos na nakaharap. Pag nakatalikod yan, wala ka ng oras eh, pag nakatanggap.
Yeah, I agree.
And timeout rin si Chot because wala na rin mangyayari sa timeout. Barangay Ginebra pa rin. I thought that they would put Jacket Aguilar back.
Para sinilid nila yung matchup.
And you can see that, you know, he's always a threat. So matatakot ka rin sa kanya.
So the timeout will allow the teams to plot out what to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if you need extra time here.
That's a 30-second timeout lamang yan. Si Kelly binalik eh, di ba? I thought that I saw Kelly going into because you need somebody. You need like kailangan parang may sentro ka na dyan eh. Parang mag-zona ka na eh. Allowed naman sa PBA yan. Saka wala naman 3-second violation na ganyan. You have to protect the underneath the basket eh. And then you go after the guys that can shoot long shots after a catch.
Ito naman, walang follow-up na ito, di ba?
Yeah, it's it. You know, once the shot goes
one
up,
catch, one throw ito.
That is it, you know.
Kelly guarding Abarientos. It's McCullough against Brownlee.
Tatawag ng timeout si Chot eh. Kasi tinignan lang niya yung formation eh. So tatlong timeout ang inabot natin.
We'll take a short break and be back very quickly. We are not moving. We're not going anywhere until this is decided. And that's scheduled regardless of the outcome of this one.
Sunday dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum.
And as I repeat, one team will be at 3-2 after tonight, if this night ever comes to an end.
Yeah.
What a way to celebrate Independence Day.
Yeah. I noticed I've always worked on Independence Day. Last year, you and I did a volleyball game on Independence Day. Yeah. Yes, we did.
ABC siguro yan.
Yeah, yes, we did.
ABC yun.
Getting to be a habit with you. Okay. Anyway,
Is that good?
Yes, that's good. They have heading defending the inbounder, which is Scotty. Patalon-talon siya, pero he's not affecting anybody.
And the lob, no.
Because alley-oop play
Yeah,
yan.
of course.
It's gonna go to be an alley-oop play.
And nice plot of a play, but we are going.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of regulation, Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and TNT Tropang
We are going into overtime.
Thailand 89. Game number 5 is going into overtime.
And we'll take a break.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
As we await the start of the extension, you know the story between these two teams, the drama that's involved, the rivalry that has ensued through the years. Two rivals that know each other so well, and that's why this game number 5, we're not surprised, needing an extra 5 minutes for it to be decided. Let's start with Ronnie. What did Ginebra do properly in the chase-up in the fourth quarter?
Justin Brownlee. And then that defensive energy that they had to take away possible two-man game breakdowns on their defensive side. That took away the production of TNT completely, and that they had chances to win. This comes after TNT almost had total control here in the fourth.
On the other hand, anong kulang sa nangyari, Dr. J, sa TNT?
Well, I thought that they made some substitutions which hurt them. And specifically Kabutin. He likes to play, he wants to win. But ang problema, hindi niya kayang influence si Brownlee.
Ayun.
So, sunod, at saka madadali ang puntos ni Brownlee. Sunod-sunod.
In the meantime, we are underway with the extension. Pogoy unloads the first attempt, and Scotty collects the first miss.
Warrior talaga, nadapa, nasaktan. Siya pa rin yung kumuha ng rebound.
Here's Brownlee, 13 on the shot clock. We are in OT. Brownlee, off his foot.
Very hard to score, import versus import.
Alam ko, World Cup na ngayon, di ba?
Kasi mula na.
Kahapon, nanalo na yung Mexico, and then tinalo ng South Korea yung
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
To Czech Republic.
Napanood ko yung
2-1.
sakto yung second goal kanina.
Galing ng South Korea na sa football.
Pero makakatay pa sana. No? Galing ng goalie.
Before that, pumasok na yun kay Sheck, not counted,
Yung
offside.
offside. Yung header dun sa corner kick.
There's McCullough. Close range. No, too sharp. Gets the miss. Goes up. No, he'll shoot free throws.
Kelly,
the ball alive.
Kelly kept that ball alive. But that's the difference. Remember, when TNT dominated Ginebra, it's because of Ronde Jefferson. Pag ganun kay Ronde, tapos ka na eh.
Oo nga.
He doesn't miss those kind of attempts underneath.
Gagawa ng
And he
paraan.
can defend against Brownlee. Look at this guy. He missed the free throw. His third miss already between the fourth quarter and overtime.
This is a killer stretch. Wednesday, Friday, Sunday games, 3 games in 5 days. And then this game goes to
Short pa rin.
overtime. Turnover on one end, 2 missed free throws on the other side.
89 all still. Scoreless still in the extension. 4 minutes left. Mabilis lang itong overtime. Here's Brownlee. McCullough watching him. Banging bodies. Brownlee creates it.
Wow. Ito lang ang certain. Mag 50 points to si
51.
51 na. Up to first basket in extra time.
McCullough creating room and he scores.
Yun talaga nakapwersa siya in between Troy Rosario.
I remember, Doc, he missed something like that kanina. Parehong galaw, pero hindi pumasok.
Ito nanggaling sa kanyang dribble, off his own dribble, and line driving. He was really determined. Now let's see if he can make a free throw, because he has already missed 4 here in the fourth quarter and overtime period.
Natapos kanina sa regulation, first time na wala ni isang team papalo sa 100 points.
I have it on good word that Brownlee has tied his career high. This will work.
Got a good bounce.
Yeah. And 1-point lead by TNT Tropang 5G. Grabe nga, no? There's just one day between now and Sunday.
At humaba na yung gabi. 37 for McCullough.
Rosario, bottled up. Brownlee.
Oh!
Batak in left. Brownlee open. It won't stay in. Here's Batak embracing the rebound.
Again, it was Kelly who kept that ball alive. It was jarred from him, actually.
Batak right place, right time.
Yeah, correct.
Save that basketball.
Second defensive rebound ng Batak.
Heading all the way, but missing at the final scoop up. TNT by 1. Abarientos hesitates. Brownlee scoots inside. Yes, with a foul as well.
That's a complete breakdown. Kasi bigla silang nagbitaw ng kanilang defensive player. Look at this roll. Biglang nag-roll.
Miscommunication. Walang switch kung walang screen. Yun ang basic reminder, but Brownlee read the defense extremely well.
53 points already.
And counting.
Point lead.
Kanina, bawat quarter, double figures. Baka pati sa extra time, mag-double digits.
Career high by JB. Pass weak. Batak shoots. Drains it.
You know, they're playing without Octana here in the overtime period.
That's right.
Yeah, of course, if PBA may diferensya yun.
That's it. Conversion coming from Batak.
Abarientos stretches. Score!
And Abarientos finally coming through.
Scored or assisted in the last 5 points. Para dito sa Gin Kings. Coming off ball screen plays.
Here's the basket by Batak on the other end earlier.
3-point play in the offing here for RJ Abarientos.
I was about to say, finally somebody else, not named McCullough, scoring for Tropang 5G. Ganun din ang ginawa ni RJ Abarientos para sa Gin Kings, not named Justin Brownlee.
Abarientos. This is the free throw. McCullough juggles it. Ginebra asking for a violation at the baseline. Heading, fakes, fires, misses.
And this guy is going on his own. Dalawang play na yan.
Trying to attack the defense of RJ Abarientos.
Abarientos spotting Rosario.
And again, the two-man game execution of RJ Barrientos. That's 7 straight points coming off that point of attack.
And the Ginebra faithful beginning to relish the moment. What a pass by Barrientos and a scoop up by Rosario. 98-94, 4-point Ginebra lead with time down to 141. We'll be right back. Okay, we're distracted by the game experience cam, but nothing to distract us from Justin Brownlee. What a sterling performance.
Yeah. Superlative is the name for it. The myth, the man, the legend.
RJ Barrientos coming alive here in extra time, making winning plays para sa Barangay Ginebra. His two-man game execution has been very productive, helping out Justin Brownlee build a 4-point lead para sa Kings late here in extra time.
Ganda ng screen. Tapos very nice roll there by Troy.
So dalawang beses na-beat nila yung ball screen defense ng TNT.
You've been in finals against him. It's really just so hard to stop. And it never really goes to him, Ronnie, when they need the baskets and the points.
Ito hindi sa mga tira, although meron siyang conversion. Kung hindi setting up his teammates. And that's maturity beyond his years.
Castro's been brought back into the ball game. Inalis na yung
si Heading.
Dalawang beses tumire.
Wala pa rin si Oftana.
Here's McCullough. Brownlee poking the ball. Shot down at 6. There's a foul on Brownlee.
Yeah. And they're in the penalty also, so it's free throw shot.
And that's the 5th personal foul of Justin Brownlee. Oftana's not played here in overtime.
Remember, that 4-point play is just one possession dito sa PBA. Hindi 2 possessions.
At tumatama sila, yung parehong teams sa unang 4 na laro from the 4-point line.
Wala pa na po 4 points dito ngayong araw.
Kasi kayuran sa loob eh.
Wala na naman. 5 free throws, Smith.
Four-point lead by Ginebra. 6 of 12, 7 of 13.
3-point lead para sa Barangay Ginebra. A minute and 20 left.
Picked by Rosario.
Man game again. This time TNT will switch.
Barrientos down the heart of the defense. No. Kelly Williams snatches it. A minute to go. Shot clock reduced to 12. Bogoy lobs it high to McCullough. Offensive foul.
Correct.
That's 5 on McCullough.
Nakapura siya eh. He wanted to get Brownlee out, but you can see he clearly shoves off.
Pero ito yung sinasabi mo, Doc. Shot the baseline.
And exactly what Brownlee, who's such a smart player,
stood his ground. In the meantime, Barrientos. Crossover, step back. No.
It's not his snipe from the outside. Huh?
A renewed chance for TNT to tie it up with 30 seconds to go. Here's a 3. No. Ball is loose. Here's a 3. No. Ball. It's Ginebra's ball. And a foul is called.
They're contesting that Scotty Thompson could have stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. But
I think
they caught him.
Where's that
open.
three?
I-review rin yata. Let's see, ah.
Open ito, ha?
Dalawang open.
Ay, hindi. Nasa loob, ha?
That was good.
That was clear. Diba? It was within safe territory.
And I thought that Troy Rosario did the right thing. Give the basketball up to RJ Barrientos.
Now he has to make two. You make one, may chance pa yung kalaban.
4-point lead.
4 points in overtime period
Yes.
kaya Barrientos.
92 all. End of regulation.
Two for two.
A 5.
Uncle Johnny
A
is
5.
Uncle
Wow.
Johnny is proud. 100-95. TNT Tropang 5G will call a timeout with 14.5 remaining. We are in overtime. And it looks like the option is really to go to a 4, I guess, early on.
The minimum, I think you'll go for a 3, if not a 4.
Yeah.
A quick one.
Yeah. Because then you can foul if you score it. Then you can stop the clock. They still have a timeout left anyway. But this has been Brownlee's night if we talk about him.
Yes.
Sumali na lang dito si Barrientos.
He kept them afloat, really. When the Chiefs were down, Brownlee took over, held forth until extra time when RJ Barrientos got the fresh legs back. Enough strength to make some effort plays and run their two-man game execution. Brownlee scored 54% of the total output of Ginebra tonight.
Very minimal yung mga performances tonight. No? Na magagandang performances. But it's still turning out to be a very beautiful game.
Yes.
I mean, maraming player, right? Scotty hasn't really played that well, you know.
But they got that big save earlier.
On the other hand, Octana hasn't played well, you know, things like that. Eh? But everybody has contributed at the right time for Barangay Ginebra so far.
You can also point out that key turnovers para sa TNT in the fourth quarter cost them dearly.
I thought that masyadong, you know, naging magigil si, Macalo.
Macalo.
Tapos ngayon si Octana, binalik na ba?
Not yet. Ito siya, Doc.
I'm sure that there must have been something there. Because for him to sit him down the whole, and the coach has the right to do what he wants to do.
14 seconds remain in extension.
Ang binalik pala si Heading. Tinanggal yun eh. Dahil dalawang force attempt ang ginawa niya. But now they need this outside shooting. Titira yan.
4. No.
Isa pa.
Renewed 4. No.
Scotty again.
And here is a win by Ginebra. They will be one game away from the Commissioner's Cup title on Sunday. This game having everything, including an ending finally. And here are the last attempts at a chance, huh?
Yeah. Actually, in and out rin.
But eventually, those two big free throws converted by Barrientos sealed the
More of
deal.
a clean sheet.
Yes.
Kasi naging 5 eh. Yung obligado kang tumira na ng 4 at that time.
Extra time heroics coming from Barrientos to save that Herculean effort with Justin Brownlee tonight.
And I don't think there's any doubt about the best player tonight after doing.
Bahala na kayo kung hindi ito pinili nyo. Justin Brownlee. You know, he said this is our time. You know, I don't know if they're going to go on and win the championship, but he's backing up his words. Look at this ball game tonight, career high. Pagod na yan, 54 points, 14 rebounds.
37 attempts.
37 attempts.
Not counting the free throws, though.
And making most of them. So, we will see you all on Sunday, and Ginebra has a 3-2 lead in the series and these finals. And in behalf of Dr. J and Ronnie Magsanok and Apple David, I'm not sure what we have to do in the ending. We'll just say goodbye from our end here on RPTV in our presentation, engineered by Sports 5. That's our story for tonight. We'll see you all on Sunday from the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Game 5 of this final series belongs to the Barangay Ginebra, and our best player of the game is undeniably Justin Brownlee with a career-high 54 points, 14 rebounds, 22 of 37 field goals. JB, you carried a huge offensive load for your team. How were you able to sustain that level of play from start to finish?
Man, I just wanted to come out here and be aggressive for my team. I think we did a great job as a collective group. Got to give a lot of credit to Talking Text. They came out and played very hard. It was very tough. But I think we just really showed that never say die attitude tonight.
JB, you delivered a career high tonight. And more importantly, you are one win away from a championship. Can you tell me how important this game was for you tonight?
It was very important. Now we had twice to beat. Of course, with a team like Talking Text, it's going to be very hard for us to, to close this series out. But I think we're ready, and come Sunday, I think we're going to be ready to do it.
JB, you have so many fans out here tonight for you. Do you have a message to them?
Thank you, man. I love you guys. Thank you for your support, man. We could not be here without you guys. Just thank you.
Congratulations on your career high, JB. And now let's turn it over to the press room with our winning coach.
We have with us Coach Tim Cohen of Barangay Ginebra. Coach, congratulations. Justin Brownlee scored 54 points. Talk about the grit that you saw in him, and at the same time, the support he got from your locals.
Well, what did I say after the last game? I think I said we shouldn't be so Michael Jordan. We shouldn't be so Justin centric. And what happens? He comes out and hits 54 tonight. So goes to show what I know. I think the key to tonight's game, though, Justin was awesome. And the way they're defending us, they're putting the pressure on Justin to win games by himself. And they're putting a guy on him that Justin knows he can attack, and then they're denying out on everybody else. So they're really forcing Justin to go one-on-one and do his thing. And we really have no recourse but to allow it to happen. Otherwise, we're not going to get anything done. So, it's just really the way they're defending. And that's why I'm saying is we got to figure out a different way because, their whole point, just like Yang Gao stated in the last series, the whole point is to try to wear Justin down where he's no longer effective in the Game 6 and Game 7. So, and that's why I was saying that we can't be so Justin-centric. But when it comes to winning, you do what you have to do to win. And this was a big game. But the thing I like about this game today, aside from Justin's performance, was we had a lot of things that didn't work well for us tonight. We had a lot of problems. We missed layups, missed a lot of inside shots. We had some turnover. We had a turnover down the stretch that was painful. We fell behind and played behind. In game 1, a lot of things worked well for us. Game 3, a lot of things went well for us. Game 5, a lot of things didn't go well for us, and we had to really show the grit to win this game. And of course, it was led by this guy. I'm surprised you're even talking. You're surprised he even has energy to talk at this point. But man, what a performance! But we really overcame a lot of stuff today. Didn't look like it was our night, but we made it our night just through our grit. And so I'm real proud of the guys in that regard. Real character win.
We entered game number 5, the series tied at 2 games apiece. So important because the team that usually wins the 5th game has a great chance of moving on historically to winning it all. And Pugoy got them off to a good start.
Oh, definitely. Both teams, top of mind, get a good start. Try to go and jump the gun on the other team, and Pugoy did exactly that for Tropang 5G.
McCullough would also be a part of the good start of TNT in the opening quarter.
Intentional in taking that basket strong to the hoop time and again. Pain points has been a key element for TNT.
But who knew that as Brownlee began to hit from the outside that it would be a career night, and they definitely need him if they are going to go all the way to the championship.
Double digits in the first quarter alone. Are we surprised? Definitely not.
In the meantime, the locals of Ginebra knew that they also had to get going, and Abarientos relishing that delivery on the drive, but Ginebra with the 8-point lead at the end of the first. The second quarter is a different story.
It was a Jason Castro narrative, really. Making defensive stops, scoring, assisting, helping TNT erase a 2-possession deficit and create a small-sized lead heading to quarter 3.
And they had their guns ablaze in that second quarter. It became an import battle as McCullough and Brownlee went against each other here.
And Brownlee, tireless, evergreen, just finds ways to score and puts pressure on the defense all the time.
At the end of the second quarter, McCullough already had 20 points.
Halos pareho lang yung pace ng scoring until Brownlee decided to explode at the most opportune time. Statue of Liberty slam coming from Aguilar. We also had a double-digit game in this Game 5 win for Ginebra.
Didn't play that much. Still, I believe, recovering, but they need his length, his height, his presence if they're going very deep and very far. And he also enjoyed that moment. 2-point lead nonetheless by TNT at the end of 24 minutes. Third quarter, and there was a war actually in this third quarter.
That's right, and the 2-man game worked well here. McCullough also went berserk. And just as we thought that TNT had control, Ginebra, through Justin Brownlee, will score time and again for the Gin Kings.
McCullough at the end of the third quarter already accumulated 28 points.
This is where Justin Brownlee would start to take things on his own.
And do it all by himself, almost exclusively on the way to a career high. Almost ran out of space in our score sheet, actually.
Kabuntin was cooked by Brownlee in this matchup.
That was a key problem for TNT, that matchup. Brownlee began to escape.
That's why the loss of BGR was a big handicap for TNT, and eventually also lost Calvin Aftano, who did not play in the last 5 minutes. The extra time I would like to refer to.
But Pugoy continued to plug away. Pugoy at the end of the third quarter already had, check that, 20 points. Meantime, that basket heading was also a contributor.
Yes, still on top by 9 at that stage, under 9 minutes in the fourth. But Brownlee from the backcourt to the midcourt to the front court, acting as the point center hard to stop. Definitely hard to guard. Impossible to defend almost tonight. The turnovers.
Yep. In the meantime, this setup job, what a battle it was, and that will work.
Could have been the winning basket. But TNT had other things in mind.
They got some other people involved as well.
Difficult play coming from RR Pugoy.
And we will end there at 89.
89.
Final half a second remaining. No chance really. Well, tight again that Tim was hoping for the best, but it was going to be very difficult. Let's go into overtime. And in overtime, it's very fast, very quick running.
This was the two-man game execution generated by RJ Barrientos, setting up teammates and forcing defensive breakdowns on the ball screen defense of TNT.
Nambata finally made a contribution in the overtime, kept them afloat there, tied at 94.
And then Barrientos will strike again.
Just when you need baskets, this guy just comes up with them. Even the wife was delighted. Pocket pass, gone.
Up 4. Under 2 minutes in extra time.
In the meantime, there was that foul, and Barrientos would go to the line.
And will convert both free throws to push Ginebra out of harm's way and eventually secure game number 5.
And then TNT would have 2 final attempts from 4-point zone. None of them would work, Ronnie. So Ginebra will go into Sunday with a 3-2 lead and a chance to win another championship.
As TNT tries to recover once again and try to push the cities into a possible Game 7.
And we'll see you all on Sunday right here at the Araneta Coliseum for game number 6.
Hello again, PBA fans. It's Carla Lizardo Sulit, welcoming you back to our live chat party dito sa One Sports YouTube channel presented by TapTap. Barangay Ginebra takes a 3-2 lead in our Season 50 Commissioner's Cup Finals against TNT. Final score 100-95 in favor of Barangay Ginebra. At dahil nag-down nga ang Facebook at Messenger, dito na muna tayo magkwentuhan sa ating live chat party. And alam nyo, with how the series has been going, na laging dikit na dikit yung endgame, it's always anybody's game. It's only fitting na nagkaroon tayo ng overtime here in game number 5. And TNT was holding on to that lead up until the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter where JB just put his head down and went to work. Pinakita talaga niya yung never say die spirit, keeping Barangay Ginebra afloat to take this game into overtime. And during overtime, nandyan si RJ Abarientos to give Justin Brownlee the support he needed here in this game. Now they are a win away from taking the title dito sa ating Season 50 Commissioner's Cup in Game 6 that is happening on Sunday. So makukuha na ba ng Barangay Ginebra ang title ng Game 6 or will we extend to a Game 7? It's so hard to say given how these teams are playing, but right now, Barangay Ginebra is in a good spot as they are leading 3-2. And that, of course, is behind an amazing performance mula dito kay Justin Brownlee, who scored his career high in this game with 54 points. We actually have some stats from Sir Fidel Mangonon. This is his new career high. His previous career high was 51 points against San Miguel Beer in last season's Governor's Cup eliminations game. And this was the highest output in the PBA finals by any player since Tony Harris 58 for Swift in their title clinching win versus 7-Up in the 1993 inaugural Governor's Cup. So matagal na since we saw a performance like this in the finals. What a game para dito kay Justin Brownlee to lead Barangay Ginebra to victory today. And just want to give a shout out to all of the fans that watched live at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. 18,039 fans showed up to show their support to their favorite team here today. And tingnan rin natin ang ating semis and finals average attendance. For the semis, for 6 game days in the semifinals, we saw an average of 12,196 fans. Para naman dito sa finals, up until Game 5, it has been an average of 15,285 fans watching live, enjoying the games at the stadiums. And of course, thank you to the hundreds of thousands that are watching dito sa ating One Sports YouTube channel. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta, lalo na dito sa ating epic finals matchup in the Commissioner's Cup. Let's check out the stats from this game. It was so close up until the very end, but Barangay Ginebra had the lead when it comes to assists, 90-14. Sila rin ang lumamang sa points in the paint, 62-46, as well as with the starter points, 85-78. Now let's talk about the top players for both of these teams. Again, Justin Brownlee, 54-point career high, 14 rebounds, 22 out of 37 from the field, hitting 22 in the fourth quarter and overtime combined. At sabi nga niya sa kanyang post-game interview, they're going to be ready to take that win in game number 6. So that is exciting para dito sa ating mga Barangay Ginebra fans. Japet Aguilar put up 12 points and RJ Abarrientos also helped out with 13 points and 4 assists. Para naman dito sa TNT, they were led in scoring by Macaulay with 38 points and 16 rebounds, followed by Pugoy, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and Jordan Heading with 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Maraming highlights tong laro na to. Let's watch the highlights from the third, fourth, and overtime. We're here in the third quarter with TNT up. Strong defensive play from Macaulay with a block on Stephen Holt, and then Justin Brownlee gets to work. Driving to the hoop, he will shoot that fadeaway jumper, trying to inch closer to TNT here in the third quarter. Now Chris McCullough will shoot from the outside, hits his first three-pointer of the game. TNT still up at this point here in the third quarter. RR Pugoy, another one of the top scorers para dito sa TNT, uses a spin move to shake off his defender and knocks down the jumper. Now moving on to the fourth quarter, Justin Brownlee not just shooting the lights out tonight, but shows great defense with that rejection of Jason Castro, who was trying to get to the hoop. Jordan Heading, another top scorer para dito sa TNT, will contribute here in the fourth quarter, trying to keep that lead para dito sa TNT with an outside shot. But Justin Brownlee just kept on fighting para sa Barangay Ginebra, knocking down his 45th point of the game. 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Na Barangay Ginebra is up 89-87, and they just kept going. There was a back and forth here in the free throw line, and we were just tied up at 89 all. Moving on to overtime, where RJ Abarrientos will start making the big plays in OT. Always clutch para dito sa Barangay Ginebra, and Troy Rosario will also score in overtime as Ginebra continues to pull away for the win, and again taking the lead in this series 3-2. Now, I know a lot of us are tired after watching that exciting ball game, but just giving out some shout outs as promised. Nasrullah is watching from Maguindanao del Sur. Reggie Boy and Aki are watching from the US. Never say die. I'm sure you are both very happy right now. We have Paeng watching from Singapore. Mark from San Luis, Batangas also cheering for Ginebra. Shout out to Kelvin, Jomer, and Renren. And sa mga nanonood sa Tuguegarao, Fairview, that is a shout out from Ronnie na nanonood from Lanao del Norte. We have Romeo from Zamboanga, Ramram from Tondo, James from Caloocan, si Jejo Mark from watching from Cubao QC, happy birthday. Sana daw manalo ang Ginebra. Yan ang pa-birthday sa kanya. So happy birthday sa'yo. Lawrence and Victor is watching from Las Piñas. Martin is from Tagaytay. We have Ray watching from Baguio and Eman from Cainta. So to everyone watching, yung mga PBA fans na nakatutok dito from all around the world and all across the Philippines, thank you so much for joining us dito sa ating live chat party sa One Sports YouTube channel. Before we go, also reminding everyone to please check out TapTapSend para sa mabilis, safe at sulit na the love to the Philippines. Download TapTapSend, the trusted remittance best friend of OFWs worldwide. For the latest in the world of sports, please follow One Sports on YouTube, Facebook, X, Reddit, Instagram, and on TikTok. Once again, my name is Carla Lizardo Sulit. Thank you so much for joining at salamat sa ating kwentuhan. Of course, the next game will be on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Game 6. Barangay Ginebra will try to go for the championship. TNT will try to extend to a game number 7. Again, 7:30 p.m. at the Smart Araneta Coliseum this coming Sunday. But of course, the game will also be live right here on our One Sports YouTube channel. Happy Independence Day to all of you, and good night.